So where did we end up last time? Underwater, correct?
Yes.
Yes, we have 2 things left
Yeah.
underwater. The library and the most important thing, please can I have my spellbook back?
All right.
Mm-hmm. Well, who wants to walk us through what happened last time? Because we didn't come underwater for no reason. There are some.
Yeah, I don't
there is some
remember
stuff
where we
that happened.
started last time.
We started
Were we on the-
down here.
Is that
Yes.
where we
Yes.
started?
Yes, that is where we started.
We,
On the
we
southern
speedrun.
shores of the crater. Yep.
All right. So, fuck, we did a lot of shit. So we start off shell-shocked from the experience. However, we rapidly make our way to our now SeaWorld home. It appears most of the villagers made it out, except for a few exceptions. Galashor's sister, who was not in town. Hassan's sister, who is missing. The head cleric, his twin brother, who is also missing.
Mm-hmm. One of the two.
And Dale's cousin, Cletus. Or was Clee your uncle?
I forget as well.
His cousin was missing.
Yeah, Cletus is the cousin. Mm-hmm.
Cletus, his cousin, was missing. We find Cletus splashing around the water. Lifeguard Galashar saves him. After that, Ghassan has a brain blast, figures out my sister's probably hiding in her room, which is upstairs. And so they, with the help of the cleric, cast water breathing on them, proceed with the rescue operation. After walking towards the house, they find it. After a precarious rescue operation, they save her.
Mm-hmm.
Galashar swims with her back to shore, and then swims back. And then we go to the temple, which is in ruins and rubble. And after a investigation,
Forgot one thing
Yeah.
that happened in there. Yeah.
oh yeah, wasn't that on the way to the temple?
Was it? Maybe it was. I
Maybe.
don't remember exactly.
At some point,
Sort of.
the
You got
gang gets
Etna
attacked
Frog.
by a local menace, Johnny. After absolutely eviscerating Johnny, the gang finds the temple in ruins and in shambles. After some investigation, they find the cleric stuck in a rock. After some water physics memory, the cleric plops out of the rock, goes to the surface, and Galshar swims with him back to shore. And then Galshar swims back.
Mm-hmm.
No,
And
I
now
sent him
the
back to
party-
shore. I don't
Oh,
with
you
him.
sent him back. All right.
Yeah.
And now
that
the
I'll
party
take
is
a
left here. Seemingly our mission's finished. However, there are apparently more things to collect here underwater. As we look around,
Books.
probably at Galashar. Who knows where we're going? You're here to collect books, both Galashar's and the town elders.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That does seem to be something that you guys are all aware of. Galashar, the wizard too smart for himself, left his spellbook at home because he didn't want to carry it, or what was the reason
Didn't
why?
want to take it. Didn't want to take it into dangerous ruins.
And why would you not want to
It is-
take your spellbook into dangerous ruins?
Yeah, it's fine. I had all the spells I need. Safer to leave it home.
Fair.
Maybe not. Maybe
Ooh,
not. the
someone could
smartest
rob
thing.
him.
No, it's a small town. We leave doors unlocked. Who the fuck would steal things, anyways? The safest
True.
place to leave it.
True.
Steal books.
I don't think you leave doors unlocked though. It's not that small, but yeah, sure.
Goddamn. Yeah,
All right.
it's a life lesson right here.
Deep in this crater, in this lukewarm water, it's like pretty warm. It's pretty comfortable, actually. At least for now, it'll be. Maybe it'll get colder. Maybe it'll get even hotter later. Who knows? Probably depends on the environment. You guys still have a few more things to do. Even though it's been an extremely long day, you guys have been up and about it for quite a while now. We've played 3 sessions without a single short rest, starting with the 4th now. So I think the cleric at least is extremely exhausted, if I remember correctly. I think some other people are pretty exhausted as well.
No spell slots. Still, we're on E.
Yeah, it would be a real shame if something dangerous happened on this final stretch.
Another encounter with no resources.
But there is nothing. There shouldn't be anything dangerous here, logically speaking.
That is true. Yeah.
Because the demon flew away, and Johnny, the local menace, is the only aquatic creature in the region. It wouldn't make any fucking sense if there were other aquatic creatures in here, right?
Not like there would be any swimming sand snakes, right?
No, that wouldn't make sense. Why would they go into the water that they've never seen before?
Yeah.
Explore. Curious
I
beasts.
literally don't know what water is.
I don't know about that.
They've discovered their swimming speed. They no longer want to travel in the ground anymore. Take with that information what you will.
True. All right. Well, Gelashar, where is your spellbook located?
It's in my sister's house, most likely in my own room. I think I have a hidden place, probably like under the floorboards or something, where I keep it.
All right. And do you know for a fact that spellbooks are immune to water damage?
I should probably, as a conclave wizard, have heard about how spellbooks are and how they're made. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They should survive water, yeah.
Sure. All right. We can move ahead with that working assumption of the spellbook.
Yep.
You get a it's a binder. There's some laminated sheets that you put in little,
On every page, yeah.
True.
You bought
Immune to
them page
water, not
protectors.
immune to rock.
All right. So moving around, the town, you guys have been at quite a few places now. Going to your 4th and 5th place? 3rd and 4th? Regardless, I don't know which one's closer. I think we'll just say that you go to Gelashar's house first. Or
That's the more important thing, at least.
or Gelashar's sister's house. What does this house look like? Is it
It's
just
a
the typical
normal.
typical clay house that you would find like times 50 in the village?
Yeah, she's just a standard merchant here, living here all her life. Nothing special.
Is she a rich merchant or a shitty merchant?
That's the general one. Not the poorest, not the richest, I think.
All right.
She's been going up in the ranks with Gelashar's help a bit as well, I think. So
All right. So
not
buck
the worst
average merchant.
yeah, climbing the ranks slowly but steadily.
All right.
Can we roll your sister's hotness so I can change my dialogue accordingly?
Is it 3d6 or what?
I mean, you can decide or you can roll on.
True.
No,
Actually,
it's better if you roll.
actually, no. Fuck that. You can decide for your own character, but for NPCs, no. You have to roll. You can't decide.
Yeah.
It
3d6?
is no, not 3d6.
A special roll, yeah.
We have a special roll just so that there's like a scale of 1 to 10. We use a special roll. The average is 5. Wait, let me see. What was the formula?
1 to 20 was too complicated for Sev, so he did 1 to 10 instead.
Yeah. Wait,
1d6 plus 1d5 minus 1.
Yes,
That's what you
exactly.
do, right?
That
Yeah.
is 1d6 plus 1d5 minus 1.
Holy!
Oh yeah!
Oh my god!
She's the most beautiful elf in town. The
She
house elf, I
is,
mean.
she is the hottest elf probably in the entire land.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
All right, we're gonna have to
Joke's
change.
on us, she's the only elf in the entire land.
Yeah. Well,
Probably gonna have to change some backstory here. There's gonna be like nobles and kings coming to court her every day or something.
well, there's a reason she's gone up the ranks, Galshar claims, it's because of her intellect and my help, surely. Coop.
She's
Alright,
just
very good.
so charming.
Best roll of the campaign so far.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it.
She's got great big
Assets.
tracts of land.
Talents. Perks,
Stores of
yes.
wealth.
All right. So you can head to what was her name? Nerilyn. Yeah, you can head to Nerilin's house, which is also your own house. You can open the front door. The house is completely flooded, so that doesn't pose any problems for you.
It's not collapsed at all, right?
I mean, there is heavy
Clay
structural
house.
damage.
Okay.
So I mean, no. If the water was gone, it's no. I mean,
It's pretty fucked, yeah.
repairable, but you know, it's like a ruin at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's like cracks in the wall. There's probably some things that like the roof has collapsed. I mean, it's not like completely like rubble, but it's like half ruin at this point. Because these houses weren't built to, you know, suffer earthquakes and, you know,
Or
floods,
floods,
Cataclysmic
stuff like
events.
this. Yeah.
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 Right.
This isn't Miami we're living in.
No, they're not Japanese constructed.
Yeah.
I mean, considering the fucking videos I've seen from Florida this week, I don't think those things are built to last hurricanes as well, but Yep.
I mean, it's a Category 4 hurricane.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think anything is built
But
To be fair, some of the buildings have, you know, they're just underwater, but other than that, they seem.
some of them are like
fine-ish.
some of them are like swimming actually across from the
Yeah,
Yeah.
some of them are just
street.
floating,
Yeah,
but that's
that's
just
pretty,
buildings.
pretty rough. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, I walk in the house, look around a bit, probably shit floating everywhere.
There is shit floating everywhere. All your possessions, you know, cutlery, plates, chairs, your pet goldfish, everything is floating around.
The pet goldfish is probably happy.
Basically, if it isn't nailed down, the water got its grubby little hands on it, tossed
Mhm.
it.
Yeah. You kind of have to
Um,
like scoop everything out of the way as you're moving through the water.
Yeah. I can dive and push everything out the way and go towards the back where I think the sleeping spaces are, and I go to my room and look towards the ground, and I probably have like a. It's not wood floor, right? Because it's clay houses, right?
No, it's probably just like either
It's just probably packed sand.
Yeah.
it's either if it's on the ground floor, it's probably packed sand. If it's like on a higher floor, then it's probably clay.
So I probably like dug a hole and put like a wood on it, and then put some clay on the top of it, so it looks like it's flat floor.
Ingenious.
Yes. So I start looking for this place in my room.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
look around,
obviously, you find the spot. You know where it is. I don't know how many random things you would have in your room, but they're all afloat as well.
I'll move the wet sand. Look at the plank. Is it move the like wood out of the way?
Mm-hmm.
Check the duck hole.
It's filled with water, but there is also, I assume, a spellbook in there.
Perfect. I quickly grab it. Put it probably in a pocket somewhere or in my backpack.
Mm-hmm.
Sigh of relief. Look around a bit. Look if there's any of my decent looking clothes left anywhere floating around. Maybe pick a few if there are, and head out.
All right, you can do so. Meeting up with the rest of your party now that you have your spellbook.
Okay, I point towards the elder's house and point at the book.
I start cartwheeling my way there.
You do? Give me an acrobatics check.
I'm underwater.
Yeah?
Yeah, it might not look very elegant, but I am doing it.
Very slow.
All right, you nail it.
Yeah, it's very slow, but then again, so is Shala, so we're good to go.
True, you are kind of just like straggling, like I think 5 feet around down here, so it is pretty slow. But the cartwheel is not that impressive. I mean, anyone can do a cartwheel underwater.
Underwater? Yeah, but he's having fun. Alright, he's not trying to impress anyone. He's just having fun.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case.
Yeah.
In that case, you think it looks amazing.
True. All right. And the last stop on your rounds is Elder Ronan's house. The village elder you spoke to on the shores before you went beneath the water. He has a bit of a working relationship with Galashar. because Galashar is the only wizard here. So Galashar helps him with stuff. But, you know, you all know him. Everyone knows him. He's cool. He's respected amongst pretty much everyone. He's got a good temperament, you know. He's, you know, fit to lead the village in whatever small matters there are that require some leadership. But he's got, obviously, like, a slightly bigger house than everyone else. And Galashar, you especially would know that he has a bit of a library in his house. Not, like, massive, but, you know, maybe, like, half a dozen bookcases. Maybe, like, 4. Something like that. So he does have a bit of a collection of books. And I think what he told you on the shores is to recover any of these books if you can? Question mark? If any of them
Yep.
seem to be still salvageable.
Yeah, get any of them that like look in working condition or savable condition and take them up.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, you open the doors to the house, and immediately it's a bit darker in here because you can see that he seemed to have like a storage of a lot of ink, and the ink bottles have broken, and now the ink is just kind of mixed in with the water as well, so it's kind of really foggy in here. You can't really see anything that's really going on. And apart from the ink, there's just like pieces of parchment everywhere, hundreds if not thousands of like books that have kind of like fallen out of their bookcases, books that have kind of like been ripped, and there's like shreds of parchment just like floating everywhere. It's like you can barely see around you as you enter the house. But some of these books that are floating around seem to be in decent shape. And if you guys kind of like trudge around, move stuff to the side, you can see that there's still a few books kind of like locked into the bookcase. They've kind of been like stuffed in there, so they're kind of like, it's a good fit there. They haven't been just like knocked over, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
The bookcase like opened.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're all like open bookcases.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll pick like a floating book in the middle of the ink and like grab it and or like look at it. Like, is it completely spoiled by the ink, or does it look like it's in any condition?
A random book, you say?
Yep.
It is. The text on it is like all soggy. The paper is like, as soon as you open it, you like accidentally rip a few pages because the paper is just too damaged. Yeah. But there are a lot of books in here, and it's possible that some of them might be like of like slightly higher quality. Maybe they've survived. But the other question also is that which of these books are worth salvaging? Not all of these are equally interesting or useful.
I try to remember like where does he keep his like fine books and important books in the library. I probably have been here before, so I should maybe know like which part of the library he keeps those.
Yeah, I think you would know, but I think what you know is that he probably keeps them pretty much mixed in with everything else. He doesn't like sort them based on the quality of the parchment or the cover or something like that.
All right. Don't think I can do anything with the ink, so I'm just gonna carefully walk in, try to avoid the most inky of the water, and head towards the bookcases and try to see if there's any structurally sound books there.
Sure. Why don't you give me an investigation check and tell me, are there any books in here that you would want to save? Are there any topics that interest, like maybe, you know, the story about Jack the Monkey. You loved that as a child, so you definitely want to save that. Is there anything like that? Are there any books that you know of, or any topics about any nonfiction that you would want to save? Because he does have quite a few books on quite a few subjects.
I mean, from my own perspective, I'm not sure, but at least from like usefulness perspective, anything that would be local history books or anything to do with how do I say this? Anything to do with most recent happenings in this area, like not super old, like area history, and then like newer books that have been written recently in this region.
So older
Information about the area.
older history and recent history then.
Yes, mostly, yeah.
Local
Mostly.
history around this area, I assume.
Yeah.
Just old or
Local
new.
history, yeah, like
How,
older history that's everywhere, and local history that's more new, basically.
how local are we talking about? Like this country
Is it-
or?
This country, yeah, this country, pretty much.
Okay, sure. Why don't you give me an investigation check? Well, I was gonna say a disadvantage because of everything flying around, but you don't seem to care about that.
Yeah, that's no problem for me.
Just like it.
All right,
Sure.
you can find both of these things, and why don't you roll me a d20 for both to see how damaged they are. High is good. All right. Local history, not in the best shape. But then there's a book about ancient history, and that's pretty good. So 15. You know, it's like mostly readable.
All right. I'll probably go to a few more other books, and they see if there's like pick a few random books, see if they're in good condition.
Random books.
Is I can carry. Yeah.
All right. Well, you probably find some, I don't know, village ledgers or something like that, which probably don't mean anything anymore. Unless you can think of something that would be of importance other than like these kinds of books, which you already found.
No, I think that's the mostly history stuff that I care about, so I take those. And it's been a long day. I think that's all we
Yep.
can save. Start
While
heading
he's
out.
while he's doing all that, I'm just gonna like make a. I assume there's like probably cloth or something in there. I'm just gonna make a makeshift like traveler's bag so we can just shove a bunch of books in there,
Sure.
and he can keep his, and we'll just toss the rest of them in there carefully. You know, not like open them, try to keep them close so the water doesn't get inside if they aren't opened yet.
You had tailoring experience, correct?
Yes, I am Taylor. I'm a cloth expert.
All right. Well, if you weren't, I wouldn't have allowed you just to, you know, MacGyver yourself a bag out of, you know, out of thin air, out of, well,
I
not
use
thin air,
ancient
but
ancient clothing folding techniques.
yeah. There would have probably been a roll involved if you weren't a tailor. But yeah, you can make one. I think that's fine.
Alright.
The materials are probably here.
I'm just gonna take
Yeah, probably
just put books in it.
Mhm.
Just I don't care what it is, just as many books as possible.
All right. We'll leave the titles of those books to another time.
Yeah, no, it's if they actually come up.
Yeah.
No, it's another thing entirely.
All right. Well, it sounds like you guys are all done. Got everything you came down here for?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the... No, wait, never mind. The water breathing spell lasts an entire day.
24 hours,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's
Yep.
no problem. Yeah. Well, in that case, I think you guys can swim, or not swim, walk back to the shore and make it back above the surface. With your books in tow and, you know, everyone rescued. And as you get back onto shore, you can see that people have started settling down a bit. You know, the sun seems to be going down, so people have set up like a very simple looking camp. There's a lot of fires being built, some very simple shelters being built as well. You guys spent quite a long time below the surface, so now that you're coming up, the day seems to be coming to an end. The sky is red, seems to be getting slightly dark. But the man we mentioned earlier, Ronan, is waiting for you at the shore. And immediately as he sees you guys come up, he'll rush over to you and say, "Are those what I think they are?" He looks at the bag you're carrying.
Yep, this is all we could save. Turns out ink and water and books don't get along well, but I think some of them are fine.
Course. Well, yes, thank you. May I?
Yep, here you go.
He takes them.
And I handed 2 individual books that are in better condition that I took. These are the most
I
important
give
ones I
a
could find.
bag of books.
Yeah. He'll take all of them very carefully, kind of start looking through to see how damaged they are and what was saved. And yeah, after doing that for a moment, he'll thank you again. Say that, it's been quite a long day for the 4 of you, I assume. I still remember you left in the morning.
Yeah.
The
Lots
morning,
happened.
2 days ago? 1 day ago? How long has it been?
I don't know. It feels like it's been weeks.
Yeah.
I believe
I look at Shala.
you left the morning of yesterday.
Look around. I don't remember. All right, buddy. We need to go to bed.
Yeah.
Yes.
He says it's been a long day, and that's Shala's reaction. Like,
Well, the issue is we don't have too many places to sleep. We're gonna have to try to get by on just a few things we could salvage from.
I think Shala will literally take Sandbank at this point. So yeah.
Yo, Dale, do you think there would be any place at your uncle's place? Think that things would keep us warm as well.
I don't think you guys will fit.
No space? What do you mean?
No space.
We don't build our house for your proportions, because we live in it.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
All right,
they
we'll
have a
do it.
more natural dwelling for their stature.
Yeah.
Yes. All right.
I mean, we've got a room that people could sleep in, but
You could crawl in there, right?
yeah, you'd have to crawl in.
It's like a sleeping bag.
No, it's not that small. It's just not that tall.
Not
We've made a
comfortable
few
for us.
improvements to it over the last few years, and then feds keep trying to break in and steal all our money. But it would still be cramped for you. Now, everyone is more than free to at least sleep near us. Safety in numbers and whatnot. But unfortunately, we cannot offer much shelter. The children should be fine. They're about the same size.
Yeah.
All right.
You could take some
guess-
children to sleep in your house at least. But are the
Hollywood.
are the
We probably
gnomes-
have like
Straight face, Taiki. Straight face.
we'd probably have like one gnome-sized like canvas that we can turn into a really shitty lean-to. Because I'm sure we've spent our fair share of nights and days out at the still for long periods of time.
Mm-hmm.
Or it's like you need something to keep you covered during the day because it gets hot. During the night, it just gets cold. And
well, if there's
grab
only
a blanket.
room, if there's only room for one human child, maybe, then who does that order go to? Because if you guys look around, you can see that not really anyone you see is going to be sleeping comfortably tonight. Most people here probably aren't even going to be sleeping because, yeah, the desert, you know, the desert wilds during the night, out in the middle of nowhere, not that nice to sleep, especially if it's windy at all, and it is windy, and it gets very cold during the night.
I mean, I guess if there's any kid that we take with us to watch over while we're here, it would be Gazan's sister, right?
Yeah.
It's probably the only one that we would keep
I mean,
close
playing
to us
favorites,
while
you know,
we're
seems a
here.
bit rude though, but you know.
Well, I mean, that depends on if she, you know, wants
We'll
to be
probably
apart
be
from
fine.
you while you're here.
I mean,
You know?
let's put it this way: if someone else comes and asks for like, "Hey, we hear you might have room," that's one thing. But if nobody asks, like, I'll just offer it.
I think if
Yeah.
Dale suggests
Gazan's
that he
sister.
only has space for like one kid,
I
like
mean,
that,
yeah,
then
yes.
Shala will come up and suggest to Gazan, like, I don't know what's gonna happen for us after all of this. You may want to bring your sister with us and
Yeah, she
but
almost
then
spend
we're
some
going to
time
the
with
capital
her
tomorrow.
before
Yeah.
whatever.
she almost drowned. Like
Yeah.
the least the least we can offer is somewhere warm to sleep.
No, you've got a good point there, yeah.
How many of the other kids were actually trapped in a room, almost drowning?
True, you guys didn't have a bad experience, alright?
Yeah,
Your home only got destroyed by an earthquake.
and
Yeah.
literally, if
Fun.
anyone comes to me, it's like, "Hey, sorry, first come, first served."
That too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if word did go around, you know, the villagers that there's one bed or one spot for shelter during the night, but then is that you would have to sleep with the crazy gnomes who live in the hills.
Yes, yeah. True.
The people
We do offer like blankets and whatnot. We may not be able to offer them shelter, but
Free booze.
shelter rooms or anything that's like we've got a few blankets. Something's better than nothing.
Mm-hmm. But
We've got
I think you guys
some-
have a bit of a reputation where if given the option of, you know, trying to get by the night with their families down here or sleeping with the crazy gnomes who live up in the hills by yourselves, a lot of people are a bit dissuaded and maybe even choose to, even if given the option, they would choose to stay down here. But yeah.
if anyone like openly and rudely rejects me to my face, let's be like, shrug. You know, if generosity is freely offered, it can be freely rejected.
Yeah. I don't think anyone rejects you just like that if you do offer them. They're probably more just like a bit hesitant and, you know, maybe just don't want to take the chance. They probably heard some things.
Yeah. But anyone who does accept, they definitely get a nice free cup of warming moonshine.
All right. Well, we'll say the village is probably split 80 to 20, where 20% of the people do take up the offer, walk up the hill with you, and they'll probably sleep by the side of the hut, you know, get a bit of shelter from the wind at least, have a blanket with them.
Yeah.
The rest of the people, at least for this night, they're going to camp out here, try to get by. Gazan, your little sister will do whatever you say. If you tell her to go up, she will go up. If you tell her to not go up, she will happily stay here. Or not happily, but she'll do whatever
Look,
you
I'm
want.
not her mom, all right?
Yeah, but I mean, she probably, you know.
Yeah, no, Ghassan is not used to this position of authority as Big Brother because he's not been Big Brother for like 5 years. He's been, oh, look, sister. Anyways, I gotta go fight crime now because the government has mandated me to. I'll see you again in a few months. All right, bye.
Yeah, you might not have like a close relationship with your sister, but you did save her, so she
Yes.
immediately feels safe with you and she trusts you.
And yet, your mother went missing in all of this, right?
No,
Also,
she's here.
No,
she
she's
is
here.
here. Okay.
She's here.
I was just making
Yeah,
sure I was
we'll just
remembering correctly.
sleep up there, huddle up for body warmth. I fucking Ghassan is annoyed because he didn't realize it was gonna be so fucking cold after going out of the water, and he's covered in fabrics, so he's just freezing to death,
Mhm.
and he doesn't want to take them off either because that will also hurt. Yeah, so he's not having a good time. He's probably just fucking finding a campfire and sitting next to it immediately.
If you look at like you're shivering, I probably like cast create a bonfire next to it and then just like
Oh, great.
let it go.
Yeah, no, it wasn't this cold before. I don't think it's ever been this cold.
Mm-hmm. Usually
Alright.
you're home at night. It's more warm.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay down at the village for a little while longer and wait for the evening if my sister arrives or not.
All right, you can do so, but as the sun begins to go down, your sister does not arrive, at least.
Okay, I'll head up the hill then. By the dark, like by the evening isn't there yet.
Yeah, she does not arrive during the evening. Means you can go up as well to join the rest of your party. Ronan is going to bring some of these books that you guys recovered, probably closer to, close to the fire. One of the fires up here, probably the fire you guys are at, to kind of dry it out.
Yeah.
Dry the books.
We definitely have our typical campfire spot, and even though trees in the desert are really rare, we somehow found like 3 small logs that are just large enough for all of us to sit on, or just large enough for each Daryl,
For you to know.
Cletus, and I to sit on. We're just sitting there like smoking on corncob pipes, just sharing a fire with everyone, drinking some moonshine. 3 gnomes sitting on logs.
Yep.
Ain't shit changed up in the mountains.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Shit ain't changed.
All right. I think we can attempt to pass the night here, but assuming you guys are just sleeping outside, it's not going to be a given that you're just going to be able to get a good night's rest here.
Oh, one thing before we do finish the night. When I first get back home, I go running up to the house. Daryl, Cletus, look who I got! Just waving the frog leg around. I showed that right bastard who's boss! I had to cut him up from the inside, but I still got him.
They come over, excited. They pat you on the back and say, Dale, you did it! You killed that old bugger!
Oh, that motherfucker, he fought hard. He
How'd you
ate
do
me
it?
for a bit. I had to take out my sword and just jab forward and slice up. I don't want to ever do that again. That was scary.
Well, you done the whole
Kept
village a
saying-
favor.
Yeah. Kept saying he's gonna eat somebody someday. They didn't believe me.
Well, eating someone was the last thing you did then.
Yep. Paid for it with his life.
How about we roast that leg? Might not taste good,
Oh, yeah.
but
Yeah. Show him who's boss. He tried to eat me, we'll eat him instead.
a bit of a victory feast is in order.
Yep.
All right. At one of the fireplaces, they'll set up a
Perfect. We'll have some giant Johnny Frog legs.
Yeah.
Frog leg. Only took one.
I personally have absolutely no idea about frogs or frog legs.
Neither do I.
I have no idea how much meat there is on them. And this is a giant frog as well, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna
I've heard it
guess
tastes
that
like
it's-
chicken,
Oh, chicken.
Doesn't everything taste like chicken?
supposedly. But
I would
I
have
think-
guessed it would taste more like
Fish?
I don't know, fish? Yeah? I don't know.
I don't know.
They are amphibians after all. They're not mammals, so I mean I don't know.
Who knows?
Well, chickens
It's
aren't
like-
mammals either, so...
I mean, I've eaten frog before. Like it's like a bit fishy chicken, basically.
Fishy
It's very
chicken.
weird. Yes.
Are chickens reptiles? What are they?
Raptors?
Birds.
They're birds.
Birds? Yeah.
Yeah, they're dinosaurs.
Semi-flighted birds? Raptors, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like frog doesn't really taste much like anything, but it's like edible. Yeah.
Well, if it's edible, then I think the gnomes will enjoy it.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was sitting there looking all smug. Told you guys, you menace. Believed us.
All right. I think we can attempt to pass the night, as I said, which most people will probably not be able to do. Maybe you guys will be able to do it. Dale, you'll be able to sleep normally. I assume you're sleeping inside in your own bed, right?
Yeah.
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 So you will get a short rest off. The rest of you, I want you to give me constitution checks.
Oh no. Shall I just?
I'm just imagining
I'll blame my food.
Shala probably got
That's
given
fine.
like a small warm glass of moonshine and passed out after taking like one sip.
Yeah,
With her parents, probably likely, being friends with the gnomes and one of the mountain partiers probably came up there with the rest of the crowd. So I'm guessing her parents would have probably taken care of her, but I don't know if that affects my checks or not. Like if they got me to a good place to sleep or not. Because there's no shot that I would have just like found a place to sleep.
Yeah,
exhausted.
they.
Probably passed out where I
You-
sat wherever I was by my parents.
You would have probably had help, but the issue is there really isn't any good place. Like, imagine like a windy, just like a barren hilltop. And there isn't really like a where are you gonna go? You're just gonna like huddle
Yeah.
up and try to get some shut eye. That's all you can do, really.
Yeah, and I'm guessing like not everybody here, not every household has like a big fucking tent to set up a tent city in
No,
the case of
absolutely
a
not.
cataclysmic
Well, no one probably
disaster.
brought a tent, yeah.
Yeah. So it's probably just literally
I'm
everybody with
excellent.
Wasn't that ready for my
little
picking up like, the
shielding-
camping equipment!
Yeah, except for that one lucky villager who was going out for camping just that day when the
Yeah,
cataclysm
the one guy.
hit. Yeah.
He's got the Waldorf Astoria hotel tent going on
Yeah.
Yeah.
in the middle of the camp.
All right. So yeah, why don't you guys give me constitution checks?
Constitution.
Yahoo! Haha.
Holy.
Ah!
Totally fine. I am fucking freezing to death in my clothing that I refuse to take off.
Tyler. Aren't you exhausted?
Yes.
No, I'm not.
Tyler is. Yeah.
Tyler is.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, no,
Um,
I think we all failed.
Oh, no.
You fail. You do not get a short rest. Galashar, you do not get a short rest. Shala, you barely get a short rest off.
Oh, and it's the clutchest short rest to get off, so I can clear my half speed.
Mm-hmm.
We can actually get places we want to leave.
Yeah. Gazan, Galashar, both of you are too cold during the night to really.
Fucking freeze.
You don't get exhaustion, but you don't get the benefits of like a short rest.
I'll play my pan flute mediocrely.
Did I get a really sad, miserable level out of that short rest? And somehow managed to level there?
the level 3 you guys got? Yeah, you can do
Yeah.
that. Yeah, that's fine.
Yep.
Woo! Let's go.
But you don't restore your things, right? You just get like empty second level slots.
I can get a first
Right?
level spell.
Wait, if you level up?
Like if I got my second level, I don't
Yeah,
have
I don't
like
get the
spells,
new
right?
slots. Yeah.
Like you get the
Still.
slots, but not like filled.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll just have a first level. Or is it?
Yep.
It's 2 now, right?
Mm-hmm. All right. You guys wake up on. Ooh, I don't actually. I need to open one thing. You guys will wake up on the 3rd of May. And in the morning, it's another normal, pretty hot desert day. There's a few clouds in the sky. The wind has kind of calmed down. It's not ripping through the hilltops anymore, nearly as much as it was the previous evening. Which means that as most of the village wakes up, including you, everyone seems pretty tired. Some got some sleep, others didn't. But now is probably, as everyone, has woken up, kind of gotten their shit together. Ronan,
Yeah.
Ronan comes over to you guys because now is probably time to talk about what the hell is going to happen next. Or even before that, he wants you to tell him, give it to me straight, guys. What the fuck happened down there? What the fuck happened over here?
Well, I think we can all agree that this is the government's fault, not ours, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So we
Ronan
had our
pulls
last
out-
vision.
Ronan pulls out, he's ripped like a piece of parchment from one of the books. He pulls out, he got one single pen with him and he starts writing down, alright, government's fault. Continue?
Alright. Now, this might be unrelated to your earthquake, because says coming back from taking a piss, but we might have unleashed a Zog, the ancient demon, that the first king of Mersin
Medicine.
defeated long ago, that one.
You
He kind of flew away.
release the demon.
Well, I mean, we didn't, look around. We didn't really, release him. We were just, the government told us to go there.
Okay.
But
So-
the government was infiltrated by a demon, so yeah.
So there was the archaeologist Frank, who was clearly a demon in disguise, and our probation officer Pablo, who took us to the ruin to check for some stolen coin. And we went through the ruin, explored the tombs of the old kings, got through a riddle, entered a downstairs chamber of the ruin, and ended up finding an artifact of some kind, which was apparently supposed to reveal what happened in the ruins before. Well, in reality, the demon or creature that was disguised as Frank has most likely charmed all of us. I still don't exactly feel like I was in full control when this happened, but anyways, most likely charmed us to help him. We activated the artifact, and well, some kind of hellfire started raining down while the demon climbed from the abyss and broke the ceiling, flew off. We assume it's probably Azog, and then a bird creature flew after it, spraying
Probably
all this
Ansu.
water. Yeah, that's most likely Ansu, yeah, from what we understand. You probably know the history of the region. And both of those things escaped alongside the demon who charmed us. After, I only figured this afterwards, but I think the artifact in these ruins was part of Sharur, the warrior king's mace. So he got the one part of the maze flew off, and I think releasing the demon was a byproduct of this. Maybe there's something to do with controlling demon. I remember reading about this, but anyways, way bigger than us, and this whole thing is a side effect of that
All right.
incident. So.
Just let's calm down here for a moment.
It's pretty wild. Yeah, I know.
There was fire that we couldn't put out, and it burned
yeah,
Pablo
Pablo's gone.
Pablo
alive.
burned alive. He's dead. Just in
Yeah.
case you were wondering. Yeah.
Tried to save
I
him.
tried
Not
everything
great.
I could.
Well,
The holy water did seem to put him out though, but it was a bit late.
He was a bit crispy. At that.
So, what you're telling me is the government set you guys up by sending a demon with you guys. Is
Well,
that
probably
what
From our
happened?
experience.
Yep.
Well, I think Shala will pipe up and kind of she narrows her eyes at the rest of the party a little bit and says, maybe it's a bit more likely that we may have gotten infiltrated here in our little group. Maybe the powers that be didn't necessarily sabotage this themselves, but the Dark Ones,
Their
they
negligent
seem to have a
hiring
way.
processes allowed for this to happen.
How
That-
incompetent
that
are the
does sound-
clerics?
That does sound more reasonable. Perhaps they accidentally hired some.
No,
Demon,
don't let
like-
Shala gaslight you. All right, they clearly meant for this to happen. I assure you.
I know some of you hold some more begrudging views of our government. He side-eyes the gnome a bit and says, but I highly doubt that the Carizian government, who hold religious matters to such a high regard, would ever conspire with the demon. No, that sounds
No,
absolutely
but imagine what a
unbelievable.
power move it is from the government to not only unleash a demon, but also I look towards like the fucking horizon towards the sir. Also, completely destroy their own military camps in the same night. You know what a power move from the West.
I do agree with that. Keeping a straight face, I do agree with Ronan on this one, but it does reveal the incompetence of the religious leadership that they can somehow hire a demon without noticing it in these kind of missions. But what's done is done. Let's see what the government is going to do to fix this, because
You know, if anything, probably the king at least. You know, he's probably trustworthy. You know, the higher
What if
up you
this was
go.
all a conspiracy to just make the lake and then charge people even more for the water here because it's holy water of some sort?
Listen, perhaps
We charge people for the water.
we
Exactly.
Perhaps we should sit on this for a while before coming to conclusions. I need to think about some things before we ponder what is to happen next. It sounds like some of these books that you have recovered from my library might be of some use to you. Perhaps you should take a moment to study them, Kalashar, especially you.
Yes, indeed. Seems like I'm not completely up to date in the region's history since I didn't catch this quite on time. So I'll spend some time reading more on this.
Very well. Let us reconvene in a moment. I must ponder what is to come. He begins muttering something to himself. He turns around and starts pacing back and forth. Yeah.
Right. Listen, guys. We kind of need to rebuild here, right? I don't want to sleep one more.
I
No,
don't know,
no.
man. My house is still down there.
Yeah. Listen,
With
then.
enough
No
pumping,
offense.
you know.
But sleeping out here is not the most comfortable of things, so we need to
Yeah,
find some
no
kind
shit.
of
It is. What are
shelter.
we gonna rebuild on? We have nothing out here.
I
What are you
might have
talking
an
about?
idea.
There's-
Yeah.
There is all sorts
Alright.
of clay in these hills.
We, minus you. I mean, yeah, there's clay in the water, I guess, but you know, you kind of need somewhere to work it. It's gonna take a long time. All right. If the king knows about this, all right, he, to be fair, he might have other issues right now, and so do we. Maybe soon, depending on if the Mercenians decide to charge immediately. So maybe we should move rather rapidly, so to say, from here. Probably.
This is probably a reasonable location to stay. Don't think they will charge into it. You see the fucking massive lake here? I mean, maybe the army is around.
You see how, like, they can just go
defendable
around
location. Yep, should be pretty defendable location if there's any armies left. Maybe, I'm guessing the government probably knows about the massive fucking crater that's appeared in the middle of their camps, so...
Yeah, I know, it's kind of subtle.
Maybe we should go to the roads and see if there's anyone from the capital coming here and check out what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, that was the plan. Because, I mean, what, are we going to stay around here all day?
I think it's also possible if they manage to manipulate Pablo into doing something like this. It begs the question of maybe who else managed to be infiltrated and deceived into doing similar things around the country.
I don't think they had to manipulate Pablo at all based on how he was acting. Like, it seemed to me that someone just told him, hey, you've got this legitimate job to do. And he was just some dude doing what his boss told him to do.
Worked on us.
Yep. And also, we should probably go by the road. I think my sister should be arriving anytime soon, considering she's in the capital. So.
Yeah, sure. Read your book a bit. I'm gonna go scout the hills. Dale, do you want to come with me?
Yeah.
Sure thing.
Yeah, alright. Shala, you rest some more. It seems you've somehow rested.
I can still move. I can move quickly now.
Alright, well, keep an eye on... No, keep an eye on Galashar, though. And I saw how afraid he was of those bugs in the tombs, and there's a lot bigger bugs out here, so, we'll be back in a jiffy.
Oh, the bugs don't get too big out here.
Read it out loud to me. I want story time.
Yes.
I can't read.
I'll see you guys later, I say as I walk up with Dale, and then I say, alright, Dale, you know my uncle, right?
Oh, yeah, I know you.
We're going to him. And then we head towards Uncle Venom's house, which was also northwest somewhere-ish.
Like, if you say that while we're walking away, I was like, oh, I need to go get something real quick. I need to go get my traveling hat. And I'll switch out for exactly the same hat. It's just like a slightly darker shade of brown.
Nice.
And then I'll also grab like a small, like a very small jar of moonshine.
Very good.
I assume that your Uncle Venom is also one of the mountain partiers.
Yes, he probably goes here. He probably hates all people except you gnomes because you have alcohol. Which
You have alcohol.
makes people like you more.
And we're very willing to talk shit about the government.
Yeah.
Alright. You can pick up your things and you can head on through the hills, through some secret paths to a hidden hut.
So like a fucking hatch in the ground somewhere that's just hidden over.
The hidden hatch in the ground where Uncle...
I think his name is Numenrath. Numrinith. That's his name.
Uncle Numrinith, a fellow drow, also known as Uncle Venom, lives. He is a poison man, likes to make poisons. He is the sister? Question mark?
Brother. He's an uncle.
No, yeah, he's the brother of Talara. Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yes.
Talara is his sister.
Mm-hmm.
Wait.
What?
No, wait. Talara is your mother, right?
Talara is my mother,
Okay,
yes.
yeah. Never mind.
Yes.
Okay. Because what I have written down, you told me that your mom is a 9 out of 10 hotness, but apparently, apparently Galashar's sister is a 10 out of 10. So yeah.
Yeah.
Your mom is no longer the
Not
hottest
No.
elf. Yeah.
She was.
She was the second hottest. Yeah.
She thinks she is though.
True.
Yeah.
She probably
She's
never
gaslighting
sees
herself.
even half of the village.
No, she probably never sees the merchant that just leaves town, goes to her house, and then like drinks at the pub.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, after a 5-minute trek through the hills, you guys find a few cacti and a few desert ferns located like probably in the middle of a few hills, and with a keen eye you can spot a small hatch kind of discreetly located between all of them.
All right, watch your step, I say, as I open the hatch, and a ladder that goes deep in the ground appears. And then I start climbing down.
You follow down, Joe?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
All right. How far down does it go?
Like 100 feet down. It's a long fucking ladder.
Damn.
Yeah. You can see in the dark, right? I say on the way down.
Yeah.
All right, good. Because
I
there
can
is
see in
no
the dark.
sunlight down here.
There is no sunlight, and well, there's no light of any other kind either, because you go down and it is almost pretty much complete darkness. There's like a single candle like in one edge of this underground room that's kind of illuminating everything else like very slightly. And in the shadows created by this one single candle, you can see someone kind of moving around at a desk behind the corner doing something. But as you guys plop down on the ground, you can see the movement stop and someone hop off. You can hear someone hop off like a stool or something.
Hello, Uncle. It's not the IRS. It's us. All right.
Wait. Here's your uncle. You
Yes.
are his nephew?
Yes.
Yes, nephew. That's
Nephew.
how it works. Nephew, Gazan!
Hello, Uncle.
Stop,
Are you
stop, stop.
good?
He makes it over to you and says,
Yeah, I'll
I haven't
give
had
him a
any
hug.
visitors in quite a while. What brings you down here?
You know there's been an earthquake, right?
Oh, yeah, I felt that. What about it?
Yeah, whole town's gone. Mom's still alive. Sister's still alive. You know, we're good. We're fine with that. I just wanted to make sure you were fine.
Are you, pulling my leg here, Gazan?
No. I mean, there was an earthquake, so no. Oh, yeah, also, this is Dale. You met him before.
Oh, yeah. I
Yeah, you know, we'd come and visit you. You'd actually tell us where you lived. I knew you were so close. We'd probably come over here more often, so you'd have more visitors.
I don't really care too much for visitors.
And yet you complain just now about having
was-
no visit.
More a statement, you know.
Well, I want certain people to visit me, not like visitors in general, if you know what I mean.
Oh, you want certain people to visit you. And here I did, and I like set the jar down on his desk for the trying times that are about to come.
Well, you're certainly one of those people, Dale.
Yes, you.
Yeah.
You know we love to share our alcohol with you. Nothing breeds friendship like commiserating over your struggles with some alcohol.
I want to point out, by the way, Dale, that the taxmen don't know where that hatch either is, so, you know.
Think I'm some snitch?
No, I'm just saying, like, they never come here to collect.
Well, the problem isn't. Problem is that they come to us.
Because they
and
know
we
where
kind
we
of
live.
need. Yeah, they do know where we live.
Yeah. Well,
But
you know,
then if
maybe
they
they think
didn't-
you died in the earthquake, so, you know.
Who knows? Maybe. Yeah, there's a great big lake out there now.
Yeah, there's a lake there now.
Maybe tonight you can check it out. Maybe tomorrow night. Some night you can just go check out the big ass fucking lake.
What time of day is it?
That's morning.
Morning.
Morning?
Oh. I
Yeah,
can't
no,
get
yeah,
out
the
there
gods say.
for another.
that's why I said
12 hours
tonight.
or so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can check it out tonight.
Yeah,
you
that's
know.
why I said
Just-
tonight.
You're
That's
you're truly not pulling my leg here. The whole village is gone.
No, yeah, pretty much the whole village is gone. We went underwater to collect it. You know, the clerics in the village, they cast some spell on us and we can walk underwater. Real wacky. Yeah, we went and collected a bunch of things and some people that were stuck
The
down
wizard
there.
even casted a spell on himself to make him float.
No, I'm pretty sure you swam.
That wasn't magic.
No.
You're pulling my leg.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, you can ask him about that later. Yeah, I'm just here to tell you that, you know, if you're
Is,
looking for us, we're probably going to be in Javash from now on.
Is Talara okay? Is Mizpah okay?
Yeah. They're fine. They're both alive and well.
Okay.
Yeah.
A little shaky.
Need any poison?
No, not
Sure.
right now. I think we're in enough trouble with the government. Technically speaking, I think we kind of helped do this because we, you know how we on that government project where instead of getting executed, you just work for the government instead.
Yeah, you've told about
Basically,
me.
Yeah.
the-
Yeah.
basically
You've
the
told
same
me
thing.
about that. Complain.
Yeah,
a few
you're probably
times.
talking to my mom, but yeah, it's it worked. Last thing we did, we were supposed to do this, and then we're out. Apparently a demon infiltrated the government, and then we kind of released another demon.
I ain't surprised about that.
Yeah,
Nope.
no.
Who'd expect it? Demons in the government. It's almost like we've been saying it the whole time.
Yeah, so yeah, we're probably gonna have to work that out. So we might not come visit in a while. So
Well, don't worry about
I'll try to
me.
check by now and then.
I'll come. Sounds like I need to come creep around the village at night a bit more than I used to.
Well, there is no village to creep around. You see, that's the problem
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah, that. Where is everyone? Just out there?
They're just out in the. I think we're gonna solve that eventually. I'll
Yeah, just let me know.
yeah, I'll let you know.
Yeah.
Just,
There are
I just want to make sure your
significantly,
thing was fine, but you seem to be fine up here.
there are significantly more people hanging around our house. We may not have one of the crazy parties for a while.
Oh no, that sucks. Well, at least you. Is this a
Yeah.
gift?
Oh yeah, of course. Of course.
Oh, well, thank you.
Like I said, the trying times that are about to come.
Yeah, I suppose I shouldn't be expecting too much distilling to be happening in the near future. Then.
Nonsense. A little earthquake won't stop the booze from flowing.
All right. Well, that's good.
We
to
just
hear.
may need to get a little more creative.
Yep.
We've been thinking of using, those little fruits that grow on the cacti?
Oh
Been
yeah.
thinking of using some of them, flavor up the moonshine to make it more palatable to those weaker tongues.
Are those poisonous?
No,
All right.
we eat them all the time. They're nice and sweet,
Cactus apples.
and they're all prickly, so we call them prickly pears.
Oh.
All right. Well,
Yeah, you just want to come
sounds
check
like
in.
yeah, everything's fine with me. It sounds like you guys
Alright.
are the ones not doing that well.
Yeah, no, you just wanted to know if you were in the same boat, but your boat's still floating, so
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Tell your
Yeah,
mom
I'll say
that,
hi to
if
Mom and
there's
sister,
anything
yeah.
you guys need. There's not a lot I have down here, but I'll help you in any way I can.
yeah, I look around at his poison collection of poisonous mushrooms and all things. Yeah, yeah, I'll tell her you said hi, and once we've figured out where we live from now on, I'll tell you.
All right. If you need any poison to spike some government officials' drink with, then you know where to come.
Yep. If we see Frank again, we'll find you real quick.
I don't know if
Alright.
that poison will work on him. Use the team. All right. Anyways, I'll give him a hug. See you around, Uncle.
All right. See ya.
And then the arduous climb of 100 feet begins again.
Yep.
And then I close the hatch on the way home. Alright, well, he's fine.
Yeah. All right. Meanwhile, back at the front yard of the gnome household, where you guys are probably chilling. Gelashar, you're gonna study some of these books, right?
Yeah, I think I'll at least read for a little bit while they come back.
Yeah. Sure. I assume it's gonna be the history books that you're reading, correct?
Yeah, the ancient history ones. I need a refreshing of what the fuck was going on there, since I only vaguely remember what I was reading before. So, ancient
Yeah.
king's history and all these epic stories of the past would probably be the first place to look into.
All right, sure. Before we get to that, before I forget for probably the 5th time now or so, now that you guys have
Oh yeah, right.
rested for a night, and you're finally kind of like everything's not extremely hectic anymore. You have time to kind of like look around, like take a deep breath, maybe a bit, and it's probably at some point during this morning that you guys check the face. This side's the face. This is the palm, right? This is the face of your hand, right?
Back of your hand.
Back of your hand. Okay. You guys check the back.
Yeah, it's just the back.
Okay. Yeah. You guys notice that on the back of your hand, all of you have a very similar looking tattoo. And the tattoo seems to be like right here, begins from here, seems to be kind of like a line. It's very simple. It's very simple but very detailed. It seems to start from here and go up like all the way to like somewhere over here. And it seems to be like a very thin kind of a stick or a rectangle, and it seems to have like engraved on it some sort of markings as well. But it seems to be like a tattoo. If you like twist your skin a bit, it doesn't like come off or anything like that. It seems to just be
Not like
stuck
sword
there.
or scabbed or anything like that. It's just like a
No, just like a handle. Yeah.
I think at some point, take off my costume. We're sitting there like, Galshar, which hand did you touch the pillar with?
Don't remember. I had more
And
things
I'll
to
show
talk
you
about.
tattoo.
I think I'm probably my right hand. I'm right-handed at least, so.
Yeah.
Is it on my right hand?
Yeah, it is on the hand that you touched the crystals with. Yes.
Yeah, probably something to do with that thing.
That's slightly incriminating.
Don't worry about it. We can explain this to the government. Sure, they will believe us. I'll start casting detect magic as soon as I realize I have this thing and figure out if it's magical or not.
Sure. It is not magical.
Okay, well, no.
Or rather, you do not detect any magic. That is the correct answer.
Well, at least it's not any kind of magical things that's going on.
You sure we aren't cursed?
I don't know about curses. That's more of the clerics thing, I think. So. Yeah.
I think
I'd
I
say-
find Rojo and Raja.
Yeah,
Let's
we
first
should
more
go to
unlucky.
Rojo and Raja.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can.
So we'll do this the same.
Yeah, we can do this because during the time that Dale and Gazan spent away, Galachar would have been reading. So let's do that first.
Yeah.
So it is the ancient history book that you want to read. What in specific do you want to read? Because this book does cover more or less relevant topics.
Yeah,
related to you guys.
I think the most things I want more details about Anzu and Azog and like about Sharur. Like I just want to know what the fuck did we actually get into.
All right. Very well. There is a passage on ancient mythological beings and demons. But this passage is fairly short because this is like ancient history. Neither of these creatures have seen the light of day for like thousands of years. They've passed on from like tales to history to legends to like ancient lore at this point.
20, 30, 40 generations.
Yeah. But there are passages of them, and there are very kind of like archaic depictions of them. Imagine like ancient Egyptian 2D depictions of them. Very simple, but you immediately recognize these creatures as this is exactly what you're looking for. Firstly, we have the short passage about the Azog. The Azog, a hideous fire demon which passively burns and heats all object of a metallic nature within 500 feet of it. The mere presence of the Azog causes rivers and lakes to boil, and seeing it invokes a primal fear in all mortal creatures. The fires of the Azog can never be extinguished, and they will burn until their source is completely ash and devoid of flammable matter. Only the holy waters of the Anzu can douse the Azog's flames. The Azog is mighty and terrible and very powerful, but it only has one weakness, which is the extremely loud cry of the Anzu. And then for the passage of the Anzu itself, Anzu, a celestial monster in the form of a giant quadrupedal eagle with the head of a lion, much like a sphinx. The creature breathes water and lightning, both. The Anzu is a noble, proud, blunt, and often crude creature who gives nothing to those who haven't proven themselves, and it has no wish to lie or deceive. The Anzu often tests those who approach it with tests of wit and valor before helping them. And referencing to what was said in the earlier passage, the Anzu's cry is an extremely loud cry of an eagle capable of weakening the Azog. And this is the only information in the book you find on these two creatures.
Yeah. And then I would read about who was the warrior king?
Sharur?
It was the
Antara.
Antarahana, yeah, and his mace Sharur. Like, what happened to Sharur after Antarahana died?
Mm-hmm. So the passage of that is a lot more simple because the events are kind of hazy, but the only thing that is well known is that Antarahana, the first king, fought the Azog with this weapon called the Sharur, which was his mace. He defeated the Azog with a swing from this mace, but the mace was destroyed in the process. It was shattered into multiple pieces, which kind of flew off. But one shard of the Sharur was kind of like stuck in the forehead of the Azog as the Azog was cast into the pit as deep as the earth itself. And Antarahana himself succumbed to his wounds, died shortly after the battle. But he was victorious in the battle itself. That's all that is known.
Right, so we have no idea how many shards there are.
Yeah, it doesn't specify how many shards.
Many.
What do you-
Well,
Many is
Many,
the word used.
yes. Multiple, yes.
Mhm.
Great. How many people are there in the world? Many. Great.
Yeah.
That narrows it down. But the thing that
How many fingers do you have?
Jack, the scam demon artist, or was it Frank, the scam demon artist, pulled out, that was like a long, like, shaft, right?
Yeah. Surprisingly,
Alright.
coincidentally, very similar to the tattoo you now guys
The tattoo?
have. Yeah.
No, for fuck's sake.
Yep.
No.
How am I not surprised?
well, if there's anything to go by, then maybe he needs more people to find the other parts in future. Maybe we are linked to this somehow with these tattoos as well, so Might just be the last we see of him and this in the future, I'm afraid.
Yep.
Well, we have more pressing matters now anyways, so... Where did you guys go anyway? Did you find anything?
Yeah, there was nothing.
No.
No dangers in the hills.
Yep.
Right, good. Listen, let's go by the roadside. I might have a few ideas what we need to do before we start helping the town rebuild, but let's see what the government has to say. They should be hopefully sending somebody here soon. Yeah.
Well, soon someone probably
Oh,
ran past at least to check the military on why it's it's gone. If not, there should probably be soldiers probably crawling back. Someone survived, I assume, from the military
Yeah, well.
camp. So
Well, let's head down there to see what's going on. I think, right? Not like we can help much here anyways, right?
I have a question by the way. Is there a visual difference between people from Javash and people from Marcin?
No.
Do they look the same?
Same.
They look the same. They
Right.
sound a bit different. That's about it.
Yeah, racially they're of the same heritage, so they look the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
At least
they
it doesn't
have like, because even like some cultural
Different armor and clothing,
different
yeah.
like cultural differences can be shown in like differences in appearance, like maybe the way
Yeah,
do
like
their
they might
hair-
have shaped
yeah,
heads or like
they
tattoos
do their
or
hair
stuff like
differently,
that.
or, yeah, stuff like
Yeah.
that. Yeah. Like for example, Swedish people are a lot uglier than Finnish people, even though we look very similar. Yeah.
Yeah, and Swedish people can't say J, so it's also they're just inferior beings.
See, the Finnish person, just like always in history, serves the Swedish person. I don't even have to defend myself. The Finnish person does it for me. That's your entire purpose, Sev.
All right, let's not get into that any more than we have to.
It's like a self-cleaning net.
All right, let's take a break here. Come back soon.
The Sev has to recover from that, the reality.
See what I see. The sands claim us all. Open their eyes.
Ooh.
Huge.
Big.
All right. So you're done reading your book.
Yep.
You got some useful information out of it.
I mean, it kind of clarifies what the fuck was going on. We kind of knew it already, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. What do you guys think is the meaning of these tattoos you have?
Probably ties us somehow to the summoning thing, I guess.
You're muted, by the way. Quantum, I think.
Is that better?
Yeah, it's better.
I don't know why. Sometimes the mic on my headset is just like, fuck you, I'm not working this time. I'm just...
Does it have the tilt mute shit?
Yeah, so...
Oh,
just
yeah,
go.
I think I have one of those ones, yeah.
I've had that
Sometimes it
before
just
with the
doesn't
Corsair
unmute,
one.
yeah. Yeah, like right now, yeah, you see?
Yeah, so you just like,
No,
fuck you!
I had one of those before. They just sometimes they don't want to.
Yeah. I had a different headset, and then right before I went on a trip, business trip in July, it shat itself. And this is the second time that it happened with that brand of... I got an Astro A50. As like the second time it shat itself. I was like, well, I'm not going to be asked to fucking go through the warranty bullshit again. I'm going to be gone for 3 weeks anyway, and I think by that time my original purchase will pass the year where the warranty is still good, and so I'm just using my shitty old Logitech. It's only shitty because it's old, and the Logitechs just don't last. More like they hit about a year and a half, and they actually start falling apart.
Headsets,
Yeah.
maybe not always. I think like the mice and keyboard, yeah, but I've had Logitech headsets that are just been
Oh,
a few years.
I haven't. This is the second one of this specific type that I've
Oh, yeah,
had.
those are the G703 or something like this. Those are really shit, yeah. Yeah, those
Yeah.
are those
And
break really easily.
like this one, the plug for charging is shit. So like it does not like to stay charging.
Charged.
Yeah, I know.
Well, it'll
it's
stay
disconnected,
charged, but if I like try to wear it while charging it, it'll just like connected, not connected, connected, not
Yeah.
connected, not connected.
Yeah.
Hey, update the-
Yeah.
Hey,
That's the
update the
Logitech
firmware.
experience.
Hey, update the firmware. Hey, firmware. It's like I don't need to.
That's also a
So-
big problem with the fucking drivers thing for Logitech. That's complete garbage. Not about
Like-
that.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is though, like the sound quality on the headset's really damn good. Like it's got really good surround
But
sound.
everything else is pretty.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, I think these tattoos are just prison gang tattoos.
Yeah, they show
Yeah.
us the progress that they've made on reconstructing that fucking maze.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
So
Could be.
they're all exactly.
Or
the
maybe
said
it'll
same.
be like
Intricate
Yeah.
rectangle with intricate designs. Like, oh, that's definitely the fucking handle.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's maybe it's like if you open it, you get the rest of it, and only if you have like, maybe you can only wield it if you have the
Hey,
tattoo.
if
for
you
the
just
entire
open
thing.
up your
So-
hand, the rest of the mace is inside your hand. That's exactly how that works.
True. All right. Well, you've done uncovering some information. I believe you guys had the plan of literally just walking south and seeing if anyone over in the capital's kind of
Oh.
taken notice of this.
Not
Yeah, by
south.
the road. Which
I
is
also
south.
check downstairs in the village if my sister has come back, but like there's no more likely
Downstairs in the village? What?
downhill.
We'll go down to the village. We're on a hill.
Downhill.
We go down into the village where the other people are.
Yeah. Okay.
down
Sure.
here.
Before you guys go down, Ronan will stop you and just kind of like ask before you guys leave that what is the plan? Because I think I at least should probably give a bit of direction for what to do. And I feel like with the position the four of you are in, I would like some input from you as well. What do you think should be done next?
Get shelter for everyone. That's going to be the most important. Mm.
Yes.
Darrow and Cletus,
I mean,
while I'm away, they know where to get all that clay from. We've been doing it for the last several years, so we can definitely help build at least temporary structures. The most important thing is to get roofs over people's heads. But
That is what I planned.
yeah, other than that, what do you guys have?
And some people will wish to stay and rebuild if they have tools and the materials necessary to start a new village. They'll do so. Some will want to leave and go to the city. Maybe won't feel safe here.
what fucking tools I say looking at the
That
sunken
is-
village.
That is the question, because as it stands, we can't stay here. Not all of us. There's just not enough resources here to sustain so many people. The question therefore is, where should we go, and who should we ask for help? I assume I can trust the four of you that you will help us any way you can.
Yeah.
You're done with
course.
your personal tasks for now? The ones you were doing for the government?
Oh,
Well, I mean,
should
Done.
be. Yes.
technically speaking, we did do the last
Implicitly,
assignment.
yes.
Implicitly, we're done. Which sounds to me like we're done.
Yeah. So probably go to the city. I mean, we'll be refugees, won't have anything, but it's a lot safer in the city than out here. So this might
think
turn into
if
the front
we-
line, any day.
Yeah, we should probably head towards the capital and see what the hell do they know about this right now. If there's anything we can get help from. Know what the hell is going on here as well.
Yeah.
If this is gonna be a war zone soon, we should move away. If this is
Yeah.
safe, then rebuild.
Perhaps, but I doubt. I doubt we will be able to find permanent residents in the capital for such a high amount, high amount of people. We will have to think of something else eventually.
I think we need to rebuild here, but
Yeah, but I feel like they're no offense to I mean I'm one of them, so they're now technically speaking now I'm free, but the people losing their house isn't really the biggest problem all in all right now, behind invaders at our doorstep and 2 demons on the loose, feel like the housing crisis, I'm gonna be honest, probably takes a bit of a downstep from there. So yeah,
I'll-
go live in the
I'll
city
look
where it's
out.
safe for now. We'll try to get you fed, clothed, and stuff like that.
I mean, I'll look out to the southeast and the east and say, well, it seems maybe if there's any saving grace from all of this, it seems we've fallen on the safest side of this cataclysm that we could be,
Yep.
shielded by the mountains and the gigantic mass of water. I don't think I can even see a horizon. To the
Make
edge.
a lake town.
Who knows how long this? I'll even say that. Who knows? Maybe this stretches all the way to the old river and it's flowing into the sea. For all
I
we
assume
know.
if we're on a hill, we can see the edge of it here, right?
Probably once we get some elevation, but if we're
Yeah.
down
If
low where the
you-
village was,
yeah,
We've
probably
been up
not.
in hills here. I think we
Probably
can see
when you were over at Dills, you probably saw the edge. Yeah.
So it's a fucking wide ass chasm, but they're gonna
Mhm.
walk around eventually.
Perhaps. Yeah.
And the sooner we're out of here, the better.
All right. So, in that case, what should we do next? Should you head to the capital as envoys while I remain here?
probably
Yeah,
should
that's
at
probably
least-
for the best.
Yeah.
I think before we leave, I'll speak to Rojo and Raja. Maybe they can point us in the direction of a particular contact that they have. Maybe somebody besides who we've worked with. Somebody who might be a little bit more able to prioritize our story and some assistance. The government may ask for things in return. Maybe we'll be prepared to help them.
Looks like we're not
I'll
out the
kind of,
government
I
payroll
kind of
yet.
smile, looking at the.
As
party,
government
like,
helps
are
us,
they
they're just
prepared to
going to
help
put
the
us on a
government?
shorter leash.
We wouldn't put too much trust in the government, but it's worth a try.
At least maybe this time around there will be something in it for us, and I'll gesture towards the refugees.
Yeah, look at Galashar. He's go. So yeah, we could always just what was it called? Turn sides. What's your opinion on slavery over in Mersin?
Not
I'd say
up
that's
there
probably
yet.
the
Shala's
Yeah.
eyes will go wide.
Yeah,
Like,
not a great
like
idea,
that.
is it? Yeah, so we don't have a lot more options than our government. So
Well-
you make do with what you have.
All right. I do have one.
sometimes you'll
person to
find
talk with.
generous people in your times of need.
Yeah.
Just have
Well,
to ask
at least
for the right
people.
thing.
If you people who can fund things at least. Speaking of that, Kaisan, let's you know my cousin, right? Sol.
Start snickering. Yeah.
He might know some people who might help, so let's go speak with him.
Oh yeah.
All right, you guys handle your cleric things. We'll go meet with Sol a bit. We'll be back soon, okay?
All I can think of, I have to ask, Is your cousin Soul like Soul here in the Discord?
So
That's the only type of character
Yeah.
I could think of. Just total
no, I
wild
just
card
imagine
guy.
that Gason's experience with fucking cousin Saul is probably just the same experience I have with Saul Goodman, which is just the memes and like the funny stories. So he just thinks like, this guy's pretty funny. It's
No,
like, oh yeah, he's also a major criminal. It's like, yeah, but Saul Goodman, you know, he's got a funny name.
Oh, sheesh.
Not-
Yeah.
All right. So where does Saul live? He lived in the village, right?
Yep. He
So
had a
he's-
decently sized house.
Yeah. So he's probably lost a lot here.
Yep.
And I don't think if you've met up with him personally, but no one said that he's missing. So he's
Yep.
probably around here somewhere.
Yep. I think we go down to where the people are like camping and try to find him.
Yeah. While we're going there, I just go. Don't you have like? You're part of like a Wizard organization, right?
Yeah, the Conclave. What about it?
Yeah. Can't they do something? Aren't they supposed to like help when there's magical issues? Which I like
Yeah.
the creator. There's probably magical issue. I would say. No.
I mean, yeah, but we need to get to the capital. Yeah. I don't have any
Yeah.
magical ways to contact them here. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
You know,
Yeah.
Ronan was saying one of the problems is we don't have the physical tools for rebuilding, right?
That's one of many problems. Yes.
I might be able to. So I used to live in the capital a little bit before I moved out
Really,
here.
you.
Yeah? Why do you think I left? You see, I know a place where I could find young, impressionable gnomes who might be able to be convinced that, you know, the only thing better than living in a capital city is living on a lake in the middle of a desert. Because who knows what you can make on a lake? You know, sometimes the rhyming.
You know, you find the people. I think I'll pitch the idea. To be honest, you know, I just feel like there's better ways to twist that.
Oh, sure, there are.
It's the same as being on the bay, but without all the come and go.
Not all the come and go.
And
That's not how I'm going to put it. I just
Yeah,
wanted to
alright,
make
yeah,
the
well-
rhyme because the rhyme was kind of fun.
yeah, you don't do that a lot.
You're right. I don't do that a lot. It doesn't make sense. Sometimes it is fun though.
Yes. Yeah.
But
Well-
you get some people out there. Our main stuff was pottery. Who knows what we can make? Besides, I might be able to convince a few of them that the yokes of the various trade guilds on their backs is much akin to the slavery they'd be facing in Mazine. And nothing protects you from.
Is this another
The yokes of-
anti-organizations rant again?
No.
Ah, fuck, he's
No.
into another one.
No, this is not. This is a legitimate argument. But either way, I might be able to convince at least like one or two to go out there.
Yeah, we'll see when we get there. Maybe. Is that Saul Goodman?
I don't know what's up.
All right. As you guys are chatting, Gelashar, you can point out your cousin, who is a pretty short human man, relatively handsome, a bit chubby, but you know, still pretty good looking. We will now roll for his hotness.
Wait, oh, we can all judge it based on the picture.
duality. Is it gonna happen?
Yeah, he's okay. Above average.
He's short, but he's not the worst looking, so it's fine.
Yeah, perhaps his shortness and chubbiness maybe takes off a few points, but he's pretty good looking. Yeah, he's
He's looking
like,
a little dwarfy there.
yeah, he's like, I don't know, like 5'3", 5'4", something like that. He's like really short. He is covered in a blanket, sitting next to a fire. He has a few things with him. He's got like a leather bag next to him, and he seems to have just been like eating some food very recently. He's kind of like holding the blanket and just kind of like staring into the fire, kind of mindlessly. But you would know that typically he's a pretty, upbeat, swell guy. He is a merchant after all. That's his trade. But he seems to be pretty down, just like everyone else here. Go figure.
All right. I'll approach and sit next to him. Let's say, Saul, nice to see you.
Oh, cousin. Good to see you as well. I heard you were doing okay. I didn't come find you or anything, but...
Yeah. I think everyone here had their own issues, but listen. I talked with Ronan a bit, and we kind of have an emergency here. Everyone has lost their houses, nobody has shelter.
Oh, I didn't notice.
Yes, so in this situation, I don't think the government is going to be doing too much to help. I think we are on our own here, but I do know you have some contacts with funding and maybe could provide us with some tools. And perhaps you have some stuff down in the canyon, in the lake, that you might need to recover for funding.
Everything I own
Like this.
is down there.
Yeah. Would you know anyone who could help us start rebuilding? Could maybe finance it? I know you do some. Well, I know your business.
Not without my gold. Even if you know all the correct people in the world, if you don't have anything to pay them with, not gonna help. Everything I've ever worked for, everything I ever owned, it's down there in that goddamn pool of water.
Yeah, well, I think we could fetch that for you, at least some of it, if we can find it.
It's not gonna be that easy. It's dug pretty deep into the earth. Now it's even filled with water.
Well, we are capable people, we could try it. If you can help us, give us the location, we could maybe go down there, dig it up, use maybe half of it to fund the village, you get some of your money back, you can continue the business in the future, not lose everything in here.
Well, listen, I might have been a bit more well off, but even my life savings ain't gonna be enough to rebuild the whole village. I don't know how rich you thought I was, but hate to break it to you, cousin.
Well, might be a start, but anyways, you do know people, so if we get some help from the capital and your money, maybe they help with some funding.
What do you need more specifically? I mean, yeah, I know some people, but
well, we do need.
Typically, it's more of the unsavory and not spoken about goods that go through those means. Not your typical everyday tools or bread.
Shit. Well, if we don't have the funding, then I don't know. All right. In that case, guess we can't do much with that. If you
do
want
to
your
dig
savings
up for my wealth, then feel free. I would like some of it back, but if we do recover it, I'll give you a hefty portion of it.
Right. Well, we'll get back to you on that.
All right.
You're alive at least, cousin.
Yeah, I am. At least for now.
Yep. All right. Let's head to the capital, I guess.
All right. You guys can leave. You've spoken with Ronan that you're going to leave towards the capital.
Did we want to hit up Rojo and Raja about the tattoos and who we should try to find in the capital? Because I personally have no fucking clue who I'm looking for in the capital to tell about this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, you can.
I'm sure they probably have a little bit of a higher up contact for us.
Because
hopefully.
we
Yeah.
4th or 5th circle cleric or something like that.
Yeah, let me just, before we have this conversation, let me go through my notes of NPCs. There's a shit ton just in the capital
I'm
alone.
loading the 5 terabyte file.
Somebody certainly having something to do with wisdom or knowledge, but perhaps not.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah. You can go over to the clerics. They seem to be getting by pretty well. They're doing their diligent duties as clerics, helping everyone out in the village, casting some spells that they can. I can never remember which one's which. Rojo, the man, he'll thank you once again. Thank the rest of you, because he didn't really thank anyone except Gelashar last time. But he'll help you guys for pretty much saving him. And compliment you on your quick wits on how to get him out of there. But what do you come to me with?
I'll look over to the party and say maybe perhaps this is a conversation would be best suited to be had out of sight of some of the other villagers.
He looks around a bit surprised, but says, very well.
Strange things have happened. I'm sure you've heard some of the story already. Maybe from the elder.
I suppose, yes. I've been brought up to speed somewhat. This is all very bad. Shala, this is all very bad. But I'm sure you understand that.
Yeah. Well, I'll say, come. We'll nonchalantly all walk maybe up towards Dale's and taking a turn to cut behind another hill instead of going all the way up the hill to his place.
Mm-hmm.
And ask the party to step forward, and I'll present the back of my hand to the clerics.
We got matching tattoos.
It seems after touching this rod, or whatever this piece was, each of us have been marked.
Interesting. He takes a closer look.
Is this something that you've seen before, Rojo? Surely
No.
you know something.
No, I haven't. This simply appeared on the back of your hand?
Took us a while to notice it, but
Overnight, perhaps?
yeah.
Well, I think anyone with their wits about them can say that this is definitely somehow linked to what's happened with the four of you. Unfortunately, he looks at the wizard and says, have you determined if it is magical in nature?
Yeah, I checked. It doesn't seem to be magical.
Maybe
Maybe it's cursed of some kind, or maybe it's just... I don't know. This is a bit beyond me.
A mark from the item?
Perhaps
Or
it
a
could
spell?
be... Perhaps it could be a demonic curse of some kind, but I unfortunately don't possess the magic to determine such a thing. Perhaps someone at the capital could do that for you? Someone
Perhaps, yeah.
slightly more powerful than I?
Yeah, that's where we are heading as well.
Very well. Perhaps speak to... There's a man resides in the outskirts of the capital, closer to the outer walls. He lives there. His name is Father Akia. Speak with him. Tell him that I sent you. I'm sure he will not mind casting a few spells. He is an old friend.
It's not any
Understood.
government cleric, I assume, if he lives on the outskirts, right?
Well, technically we are all clerics of the government, more or less.
Yeah.
I unsheathe my blade.
Maybe he just doesn't lack the
Closer to people than
crabbiness
the
of the
government.
city.
Maybe he's just financially in ruin, alright? Does it really matter where he lives?
Well,
I mean, yeah, else we can't find him.
Yeah, but we know where he is.
alright, let's head there anyways.
Well, thank you, Rojo and Raja, and hopefully by the good
Take care of the
graces of Mathis and Sophia, we will acquire the knowledge we need and gain the wisdom to move forward.
Yes. Hopefully you do solve your issues, because we have quite a few of those going around right now. Having a curse amidst everything else would not be ideal right now.
Indeed. Well, we should, if we don't return shortly, we should at least have someone sent with news or perhaps aid.
Very well. Let us reconvene later then.
Give them a respectful, deep bow.
Alright. They will return the favor to you as well. Yeah. Alright. Before you guys leave, Ronan will give you guys a kind of like an official document with his kind of stamp and seal on it that he kind of like makeshift made out of a few things he could find, just, you know, with his signature that people will recognize, so that any official people you go to will know that you guys are representing everyone here. But I think with that, you guys can probably head out. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
All right. By the way, just to be clear, I know the whole meme of this campaign, or the premise of this campaign, is to be a very anti-government, but I just want, that's fine, but I just want you guys to know that in this country, you guys are definitely the outliers. This is not the norm. People here are very, very pro-government.
You're brainwashed, alright? Calm down. We know
Yeah.
this, We're trying to unbrainwash the country by the help of demons.
Yeah, you know, just keep that in mind, that your way of thinking is definitely not the norm.
Yeah.
I mean, anytime I mention anything, I'm just making fun of the other party members. I'm not actually anti-government.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's fine. Just making sure we're on the same page.
I
don't think Shaw is either like,
well,
oh no, not the government. I think it's mostly just Dale is,
well,
I fucking hate the IRS.
Yeah.
And then
Doesn't matter who the IRS said. I'm not paying my
Those
taxes.
organizations, Kalashar. Oh damn, you're right.
I think for Shala, it's really tough because it's playing out the same way as kind of you'd expect in real life, where the government or the religious organization that be is kind of a little bit obscure, maybe, in how they help people, and not entirely like front facing and extremely obvious to people outside in villages that aren't really around the church constantly.
Mm-hmm.
And every time that something bad happens, that, you know, conveniently, like, the church isn't there, you know, there's not
Yeah,
somebody
no,
just
it's
like
fine.
right there ready to handle some major incident. That it's
How
like,
did you
well,
not see this
what
coming?
the fuck
You know,
are
I
they?
didn't-
What are they good for? You know,
Yeah.
like, who knows
It's like,
what
oh,
they're doing? That's
why
actually
aren't you
helping people
helping
behind the
us?
scenes.
Oh, yeah,
They're
no, I don't
not
know. I
here
didn't
when something
expect the
bad
demon to
happens.
pop out of the mountain, you know? It's just not on my to-do list
How could
today,
they?
right
How could they
now.
not be
Yeah.
prepared for?
Yeah, how could they not see it coming?
And Shala's kind of like, well, they have our best interest at heart, surely. They're just stretched thin. And everybody's like, no, here's bad thing. This whole outline of like bad fucking things that keep happening. And it's like, well, I still don't think that they're bad.
Have any
You
proof
can
of
say they
that?
do a
Yeah,
bad
proof.
job, but
Is that I
Like
made
I
it the
said.
fuck up, alright? Just agree with me, alright?
Their hiring processes are lax.
I think
So they're
everybody else
negligent.
may think that they're just strictly bad and it should be done away with, but Shala's more kind of like, they might do a bad job, but things would be shittier if they weren't around, even if they do fail. most
That's a
of the
cool
time.
story, Dale, but I'd like you to provide me with a source.
My source is I made it the fuck up!
Yeah.
Also,
That's
Shala says all
probably how
this, and then Shala sounds like cleric, which doesn't, help a lot. It's like, no, guys, I swear I'm not racist.
God,
Says the guy on in the fucking Trump rallies, like, really? It's like, yeah. I think.
I think a lot of the time it just gets to a point where we often probably, at least on a weekly, bi-weekly, as a party basis, debate or like something like this comes up, and Shala's she's thought about this too much. She's so wise that people can't bring themselves to get angry at her over her clerically religious status about it. She's too reasonable. We all just have to agree to disagree.
So far, anytime it's been an actual problem, I think I just talk through it and just, oh yeah, no, don't worry about it, alright?
Yeah, at the end of the day, I think between all of us,
Yeah.
we just want to look
Yeah,
out
same
for
with
our
other
people
people.
and
It's
ourselves.
just so far, I think everyone in this is like, oh yeah, Dale, he's the guy that didn't pay taxes.
It's hyper libertarianism here. It's like,
Yeah.
yes, I understand the government has its purposes, but also, we should have the means and the desire to oh, hey, my neighbor's struggling. Let me go help them rebuild their barn. Shit like
Yes.
that.
Mhm.
That's the
But-
way that Dale looks at this.
Yeah.
Oh, no one has a town. Let me open up my property to these people.
Dale,
for
however,
somewhere
cannot
that's
see
at
that his
least
neighbor's
safe.
house is also burning at the same time as he's trying to help. So he's
Yeah.
got some other issues right now.
I got some other issues maybe the the food we give people when we're trying to help them isn't the best, but we're still trying to help help people before that. But the government,
let's
that's
go
just
get
someone.
rejected by the government, boys.
The government is just that's people trying to play for power. That's all. That's what they.
Surely.
That's why they want our money.
Surely.
Keep a leash on us.
Our
and
king is
fund
not
their
chosen by
own-
God. Anyways,
Yeah, the cleric, the actual religious structure. Sure, you got your clerics and whatnot, but the governing portion of it is just someone's making power plays, and I don't want
very
that.
one say, but yes.
Mhm.
Somebody's using the clergy as a tool of gaining power as well.
Well, somehow they got a demon in there, so he got in there somehow, and he knew about this somehow. So.
Negligent hiring processes.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Frank has got assassinated on his way to work and then got replaced. If I'm gonna be honest.
Maybe.
Anyways,
all right.
oh look, is that Frank's corpse? Just on the
Side-
road.
side of the road,
They
yeah.
just left it there.
Why does it look like there's a chunk bitten out of the side of his face and neck?
Oh, that's weird. He's skinned. Huh.
All right. You guys head out of the, I don't know, makeshift camp, whatever it is currently.
Oh, before we leave, Nerilyn has not
Campgrounds.
arrived back yet, right?
Nope.
We on.
All right.
We'll find her on the road, surely.
You guys head out on the side of the lake, and let me roll some dice for today's travel. All right. You guys can travel to the capital easily in a day. That is no issue. You guys make your way down to the road for starters on the edge of the lake. And as you guys are nearing the road, you can see it in the distance. On your left, closer to the edge of the lake, you see quite a hefty amount of people just like standing at the edge of the lake. There seems to be like maybe a few dozen people there. A lot of them seem to be armed. Clearly, a lot of them are soldiers, but seems like they're over there kind of just like wondering what the fuck is going on, or looking for something.
What they doing over there?
Probably.
Did it look like our soldiers?
Give me a perception check, maybe. They're still far away.
Speed banners.
What the hell are they doing over there?
Let's go find
I
out.
think they're ours.
Should we? What if they're Mercidians?
I squint my
Oh,
eyes. Oh, I still have disadvantage. Maybe it's still worth. Oh, surely a 13. Probably not.
What if they're Mercidians?
I mean, a 13 would definitely be able to tell if they had a banner.
Well, we go with the first roll. If I ask for one perception check, it's just one person.
Yahoo!
Okay.
Yeah.
But our passive this time is 13, 15, 11, and whatever Taiki has, which might be 9.
Yeah, moving on. What do you want to do with the people? Do you want to ignore them? Do you want to go to them?
Let's go check out what's going on here.
Really? We're gonna go approach the unidentified soldiers?
There's no way Mercedes would be here. The front lines were 20 kilometers that way.
You could also just get close enough that you can see who they are, not.
Yeah, but
not
then they can
go
see
all the way.
us.
Well, yeah, that's true.
I'll look over and I'll say, Kazan, they would have had to travel 30 or 40 miles across the abyssal sands to get to the spot in a day.
Or been washed up?
There's no way.
I don't know.
Boat
I can-
in the water?
Alright, fine.
I can see glinting off of there. It was hard enough to be in the water without all that heavy metal.
Yeah, are they armored? Like, are they glinting heavy armor? Alright, nah, probably not then. These are Mercidians, I'm tripping you, Galashar.
That's fine. We can run fast. As far as it comes.
Look at Shala. Yeah,
I'm moving perfectly normal. I'll have you know.
yeah.
All right, you guys approach the few dozen soldiers located on the edge of the lake. As you guys start getting closer, they take notice of you, and they draw their spears and point them towards you initially. Regardless of who these people are, you should know that this is dangerous, contested territory.
Yeah.
Everyone is checked. No one just passes by each other without knowing who they are. This is completely normal behavior for allies and enemies, because if you don't know who you're dealing with.
Oops.
And Gazan plays
Ignore
the
the violin.
Okay.
I think as
You know
soon
that-
as they're taking notice, turning and kind of gesturing toward us, Shala's like waving out, hailing, friendly, not just like nonchalantly walking
You
up
know,
to them
pull out a
without
violin
waving
and
or
start
anything.
jamming it.
Yeah, so
Sick
flag them
dudes.
down as we come up.
All right.
Start playing our
Approach.
combat music.
They
know.
are clearly Carisians as you approach.
Oh, my fellow countrymen, I say out loud.
You can call out to them, but one of them, riding a horse, makes his way through the crowd of soldiers and calls out, "Halt! Identify yourselves."
What the fuck do we even say to that? I say to the rest of our group. Villagers of Quara?
Ex-Quara.
Ex-Quara? I
I'm
mean, technically
Shala,
Quara still
and-
exists, but at the bottom,
I'm a nature cleric, Medina's cleric of Kuara.
Cleric, approach.
I will do so.
You can approach the line of soldiers. They rest their stances, pick up their spears a bit. You can see that the man riding the horse seems to be the leader here, clearly. He seems to have one leg. His other leg is cut off from knee down. He's strapped to his saddle. He's got a long sword at his waist. You can approach him. He will say, "Greetings, cleric. I am Lieutenant Brolin. What is your name?"
Greetings, Lieutenant. I'm Shala, cleric of Nadinus. I'll gesture out my symbology wooden necklace and shield.
He'll give you a bit of a bow, a respectful small bow, and he says,
Yeah.
"Can you explain what's happened here?"
Yes. I don't expect you to be aware of our government arrangement. We sent on a expedition of sorts as part of our government work arrangement. We were overseen by a man named Pablo, as we often were. We had a archaeologist with us named Frank. It seemed to be some type of creature with a magical influence over us. He enthralled each of us and roped us into a strange journey that resulted in all of this.
So you are personally involved in this cataclysm?
It's some type of scheme is surely at play here, though the nature of it we're not entirely certain. Many hours have been spent in prayer. Our elders and our third circle clerics of the village have thought it wise for us to return to Gavash and recall our tale.
Well,
So that
that's...
we may get aid. Our entire village has been washed into the waters.
Well, that certainly sounds like the correct thing to do. If you have a personal account of this incident that's happened, then please make sure the correct people are notified. We are here doing exactly that. We're trying to see what's going on here. You can see a cleric and a wizard at the front. They're kind of like conversing. One of them is probably like casting a spell or something, magically trying to figure out stuff. The other soldiers are kind of just like standing around as guard to make sure that they're not attacked. But the lieutenant continues and says that, well, you're doing the right thing, at least for now. You're going to the capital. That is what I would have told you to do anyways. Is there any... forgive me, I'm at a loss for words. Is there any immediate danger here? You don't have to tell me the entire story here, but is this incident over? Is there going to be another explosion?
No, the demon's out already. Everything it's safe. Don't worry about it.
Speak up from back there. What did you say?
The demon's out, but it's not here anymore, so I think it's safe.
He looks back at you, Shala.
Yeah, well, the secret, it won't be so much of a secret for long, I would assume, but it seems that this cataclysmic event was triggered by the Azog, followed by the Anzu. We
You can
have
hear
some very interesting times among us.
You can hear some muttering in the crowd
Shala will
of the
bow her head
soldiers.
somberly. I sense many lives will be lost.
By the gods,
By the gods,
What?
indeed.
such a demon has been... Where did it go?
My recollection, I point off in the general direction of Merzine, hopefully.
Point this way.
Yeah.
Maybe it went towards the Brazilians.
Think?
I mean, I point that
Perhaps to the
direction.
mountains? Yeah.
Far
Well, it's closer to the...
somewhere.
Well, Asur is currently held by the Merzinians. Hopefully it went there. I don't want to say, but this might be a blessing in disguise.
Perhaps, with any hope, The Azog and the Anzu have banded together to put an end to the treachery of the God King. Who knows?
Or it flew to Eridu, but not much we can do about that.
Or
It
just
happened.
fucked off into the desert.
Yep. Anyways, we need to tell the government, so you guys, do what you will. We need to hurry. Right, Shala?
Indeed.
Would you like an escort back to the capital, or can you make it there by yourselves?
We'll probably be fine.
We're
We
capable.
could go.
You could send someone to
let's
guard the
go.
village, though, as there is no village, but a bunch of villagers. So, if you could send someone over there, that'd be great.
Or with any aid. I'm not sure what you have at
Or
your
to follow the
disposal.
water line.
I only command a very limited amount of troops, but he looks around. Very well. I'll send 6 of my men to help your village. They might not be able to defend. How many people is your village?
Like
comprised of?
100-ish.
200.
200-ish. I can't count that, right? I know how to read.
Couple hundred.
They might not be able to defend such a large amount of people, but I'll send them there for now, anyways. He gives up and orders 6 soldiers to, start traveling along the lake shore to the north.
I'll tell them. I get the sense that it's possible that on their leave, some of the former villagers may be accompanying back to the capital. Some may not wish to stay.
Yeah, one thing at a time here, Shala. It's gonna see if everyone leaves or not, first of all.
Yeah, I just want to let them know, like, hey, they might be in for an escort mission if some people want to just leave.
Mm-hmm.
They might want to take the opportunity of having 6 armed guards to escort them back instead of just sticking around and seeing what maybe happens.
Yeah. All right. I wish you the best of luck then on your travels back to the capital.
Yep.
All right. You guys can leave. And begin your trek down the road towards Givosh.
At no point did he ever say anything disparaging about us. Was it just the people we had guarding us that were dicks? I could have sworn it was every single one of them.
No, it's mostly is that you antagonized every single one of them, Dale.
Also-
No, they usually
also-
antagonized us.
Yeah. The
Yeah,
people
yeah, sure.
who fight in the war might be different than the people who sit back here and pester taxpayers, yeah? These guys seem much more reasonable.
But, I mean, let me tell you, from experience, you're humbled by losing a leg, I'm pretty sure,
I guess it would take freeing a demon of ancient legend from captivity to make you impressed by just about anything. So
Mhm.
Alrighty. So, you guys begin traveling towards the capital. And along the way, why don't I have a perception check from someone?
Yes.
who wants to roll it?
I think it's actually
I'm still at disadvantage.
somebody else.
I'll roll it then.
Yep. I'm gonna go downstairs get some food, but I'm listening.
About average.
Alright. Me just a sec.
I can't wait to get ambushed with no spell slots.
I can bless us. Don't worry. We'll be fine. Oh no. Wait. Am I still gigafucked if there's combat? Did I lose a minus AC for getting knocked out when I fell in the pit? On my armor?
Every time you're knocked unconscious, yeah, your armor loses 1 until it's repaired. Yeah.
13 AC, let's go.
Same here.
That's
Can't
why
reach
you
up.
just don't have armor.
Oh, well, then I would just be 9.
Oh.
It could be
Alright.
worse. We have the 8 AC sorcerer in the fucking orc campaign.
True.
8 AC.
8 AC. He has.
Oh!
He's a sorcerer, and he has, I think, 7 decks or something.
Oh! Well,
Just because I haven't asked before, what is your typical marching order?
Probably Gazan in front, since he's the perceiver. No, it's
No, I'm not.
No, sorry.
I would say
Shala-
it's probably Dale.
Shala's probably
and
leading
then
the way,
Shala,
right?
Because I can see over Dale.
Yeah,
while we're walking.
Dale in
Yeah.
front of Shala, then depends on if Mr. Wizard wants to be in the back or not.
I am in the back, it's fine.
Yeah, and I'm playing a pan flute in third. Because
I got
walking
you,
is
got you.
boring.
More fragile than I am, so.
Are you playing the flute while you guys are traveling?
Of course.
excellent. Walking tune.
We're doing the Majora's Mask Bird March song. For those familiar.
Oh, he's been learning the Breaking Bad theme ever since he met Soul.
Sure.
So you
It
got-
just
you-
came
you got
naturally.
the
Every time I
Among Us
played him, I
theme
got
down?
the feeling like do 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 do.
Alrighty. Dale in the front.
I'm sure we can peacefully solve this encounter. Haha.
Naturally.
While you're walking on the road through these hills, nearing the crossroads on the way to Givash. This is close by to the city, but this is known as a relatively treacherous area because of these hills. There are many dangers lurking in the hills that often trouble merchants traveling along the road, which is why merchants rarely travel alone. And this is exactly one of those times where those dangers lurking in the hills come out, seeking opportunity, seeing what awaits them on the road. Because as you're walking, Dale, leading the party, you hear the crunching of some sand to your left and to your right behind a few rocks. You hear kind of a low growl, and you hear some type of sounds.
Oh, we got company. They think we're tasty.
As you look to your left and to your right, you see some sort of desert coyotes or something. But these aren't your typical desert coyotes, because these desert coyotes have 2 heads, and they're very mean looking. And they're growling at you very aggressively. They feel like they have found their lunch.
Well, I'd say, like, as I'm looking to the side, I'm actually just, like, drawing my sword.
Sure.
It's like, all right, kids. Looks like we're about to have some fun.
Alright, let's roll some initiative, because these dogs are coming for you.
Oh no. Did initiative. Oh, that's great. I rolled an 8. That's excellent.
All right, Galashar, you are very quick to react.
As expected, yeah.
Would you say it's time to do something, Hall?
I will move here and I'll just chill touch the dog on the left.
What is chill touch?
I think I already cast it. It's like a skeletal hand that appears like and
Okay.
tries to grab at the creature.
All right.
But 12.
12 is a miss, barely scraping off the edge of the coyote's fur.
And I'll stay here and say, group up, they're coming, and end my turn. Surely they won't charge in.
All right. Well, that is exactly what happens. Because the coyote howls with both of its heads. And it leaps towards Dale. And it is going to bite you, Dale, with both of its heads. For a 14, the first one.
That's an 8, Ghost Rider.
Missing you. But then comes the second head of the creature. For a 20.
Yeah, but 20 will do it.
Alright. It will deal 7 damage, and I want you to give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no. Oh my god.
That is a fail.
Yeah, that's a fail.
Something from the teeth of this canine seeps into the wound of the bite, and you feel weak. You are poisoned, at least for now.
Alright. That's great.
Wait, why is Gary on the fucking third order? Or, wait, is it just me? Can you guys see Gary?
He's not on mine.
Oh, okay.
Not on mine.
It's just for
Out
me
of the
then.
shadows he comes. Pew pew.
Yeah. All right.
Pew pews.
He's just far over as Deadpool. He appears anywhere for any reason.
Yeah. The second dog will do the same. Leap into battle, howling, and he will also bite you twice, Dale. Oomp for a 6.
Nope.
Missing you. Second head comes down for a 21.
Yep.
Dealing another 5 damage to you.
Alright.
Oh, he's
So
super
5:30.
poisoned.
Do I need to make another?
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah. Shala.
Alright, I am still pretty roughed up. And I have a spell slot. So I'm gonna bless everyone.
It's more than
except
us.
for myself. And I'm gonna back the fuck up. To
Oh, I'm dumb.
like back here. You are all blessed. I am concentrating. Chilling in the back. And that's my turn.
Alrighty then. Dale. The
I'm
dog's
glad
got a
I
good
finally
piece
get
of
to
you.
go. Yep. I'm gonna rage. I'm gonna get all angry because they bit me not once but twice. Tempted to do it 4 times. And I'm also gonna gotta show that just because it's important. Very important to do.
For posterity.
And I'm going to make a regular attack because there's 4 of them and I don't want 4 attacks with advantage on me.
Mm-hmm. So you are poisoned, so it's going to be at disadvantage,
Yeah.
which is a 9 and a miss.
And you do have plus 1d4 from bless. I don't know if a 13. I mean, if you were not,
I mean,
if it's 13,
I'm
gonna roll it
4,
anyway.
We'll know.
Mm-hmm.
12 was missed, so yeah, miss.
so 12.
12 is a miss.
Damn.
Alright. You barely scrape, cut off like a few hairs off the mane of the dog. Gazan.
Bad dog on the left one.
All right.
DC 13 wisdom. He's fine.
The dog isn't listening to you. He's too busy biting Dale.
My turn is over.
Very well. New initiative.
Fuck. Actually have absolutely no resources.
Yeah, no. This is literally what I will do for the rest of combat.
I'm over here like I'm waiting for the two-headed dogs from the back. Surprise!
I literally
from the
don't
top
even have a
rope
weapon.
to slam dunk me into death.
All right. This dog over here, with the nat 20 on its initiative roll, is going to bite at you again, Dale, for an 8, missing you.
Nope.
All right. How do you
They
respond?
have multi-attacks, right?
Oh, that's
Oh yeah,
it's only one bite.
They do have 2 attacks. I forgot. 2 8s.
Also no.
Dale.
Perfect. Yeah, so it's gonna
Is he still poisoned?
still being angry.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Picking up back.
I'll tell him if he isn't poisoned
Alright.
at some point.
16 will hit.
Will hit. Even though you're not feeling too good, you slice at
For
Which one?
13 damage because I'm raging.
which one? Left or right?
Left.
All right.
It's closer to Gazan.
Yep. You slice a good gash into the side of the dog. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah. Stand up.
All right, Shala.
I hear Dale up front. He connects with that sickening crunch, that two-handed longsword right into the body of the dog. I can't quite see where he struck, so I shift over a little bit, and I will extend a hand to call down some of Nadinus's holy flame upon this injured dog,
Mm-hmm.
which will surely do 3 damage. Nope.
The dog. You guys know that
Nadinus is
gif of the.
today.
You guys know that gif of the guy dancing with the dog, and then the dog's doing like the shuffle. The dog shuffles
Oh, yeah.
and it misses.
Oh man, I'm imagining that with a two-headed dog. That looks cursed as fuck. I love it. And that's all I got.
All right, Gazan.
Still a bad dog. On left one.
It hears you this time.
Alright, guys. I'm gonna run and get help in the city while it's distracted. Just
All
gonna
right.
stay here playing my flute.
Someone's clearly told it it's a bad dog before as well, because you can hear it like, oh,
Surrender.
Gelashar. This is the gif I was talking about.
Yes, this is a very good dog.
The one on the left?
Yeah, on the left one, yeah. 23 hits.
All right.
7 necrotic damage.
Does hit,
and,
indeed.
and it is unable to regain hit points, but it's not undead, so yeah. And then I'll move 15 feet more here near the sun, and that's the end of my turn.
All right. This dog, who feels like a bad dog, will bite at Dale with disadvantage for a 9. Missing you.
The other head.
It doesn't feel as bad.
Multi attack?
Oh yeah, I already forgot again. It's only for the true. It is only for the first attack. All right, second attack, 22.
Dog sure
Okay.
doesn't feel bad.
Hits
Yeah,
you.
I'm upset that I was honest on that one, but I can parry it. I just have to rules of parry again, even though
Reduced by your
At least
proficiency
you're
as a
raging
reaction.
now, too.
Yeah, so you can reduce it by 2. the piercing damage.
And then half it.
So you take 2 damage?
Yep, exactly. Actually, no, I'd take 1 damage.
No, it's 2.
Oh, you round up? Okay.
No, it's
Mm.
5 half.
No.
Yeah, they do
You
first.
deduct parry.
Yeah,
for your
you
rate.
7. Parry is 5, and then
Okay.
5. Yeah.
Yeah, reductions go before
2.
resistance.
Yep.
Gotcha.
2, right? Because 5 becomes 2.
Yeah. 2 damage. Yeah, that's what we said. All right. You put your sword up in the dog's mouth as it tries to bite down on you. Doesn't get too good of a.
It almost works.
Yeah. All right. New initiative. Jesus. One of these dogs just keeps rolling a nat 20 on initiative.
Can we keep it, Galashar? Sure, it's learned its lesson.
Warp drive dog.
And the death dog of tempos. Or maybe tempits.
Yeah.
Them
Who
ups.
knows?
Temups, perhaps.
Tim
Alright.
ups.
These dogs smell the blood on you, Dale. They get into a flanking position, attacking you with a +2.
They're engaged. They're Neil Drive 6.
First attack for a 16.
16 will hit.
16 hits.
Unfortunately, that is exactly my ace.
All right.
Yeah, I'll just parry this one. Parry this one.
I don't think you don't have your reaction yet.
You haven't
Yeah.
had your turn yet.
right, I haven't gone yet.
Yeah.
It's a new turn order, but I haven't gone yet.
Yeah. Exactly. All right. You will take 2 damage.
2 damage.
Damn, you knock it down to 1 then.
The second bite comes down for 21, which will hit as well, dealing
Yep.
5 damage.
Yep.
So
No.
another 2.
2 damage, yeah.
Yeah.
Man, having this resistance to piercing, bludgeoning, and slashing is really nice.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Kazan.
Even if I call it the bad dog enough, it'll feel bad and walk away.
I mean, at least you rolled a 4.
I did.
The dog
Oh.
feels very bad.
Oh, it's wounded. Now I can go and pet the dog.
Oh, is that how it works? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Galashar.
Okay, it's fine. I'll move here and I'll stab this dog with my dagger. For 23.
See, you're fine.
Mm-hmm.
How do you get it to roll the blast?
In your character sheet, the cogwheel.
Which
Yeah.
cogwheel? The one that's right next
Go
to
into
spell?
character sheet. Yeah, core bio spells cogwheel.
Okay.
Yeah, and then there's show global save modifier and attack modifier. Both of those have bless automatically enabled. So just
Okay.
click those so you have those.
Okay, and then it'll...
Then it'll auto do it as long as they're checked in.
Yeah, just go back after you've checked those 2 boxes. Go back to your character sheet, and you should see that there's like a blessed tick box next to your saves and it's
Okay.
Yeah.
Underneath them, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. All right.
You can do this for rage too.
Get up there, Galashar, and you stab the dog for 6 damage.
Down next to Kazan and end my turn.
Or I'm gonna hit it with a fucking classical kung fu move.
All right.
I don't know what kung fu is though.
This dog still feeling that the fight is on their side is gonna try to bring down Dale for a natural 1, whiffing completely. Oh no!
Oh no.
Ending his
Oh, no.
turn and going last next initiative.
There's that.
Can deal with that.
Dale.
Alright, time to finish off this one.
I said, wait, don't kill it. It's kind of cute.
It's not.
I'm sorry, what was that?
What?
So
Oh.
15, because we got the flank. We got the flank, got the bless.
Yep.
So 15
15
hits.
Got
hits.
the blessy.
You
Great.
will execute the dog. Very good.
I have a medicine kit. All right, calm down. Did it work? Dogs. Hopefully.
I was hoping that was disabled, but I forgot.
I heard that's like.
Wait, we're not having Among Us
No.
this campaign.
Oh,
No.
no.
God damn it!
I was thinking of disabling it in the orc campaign as well, but I'll keep it in that one. If you were wondering what that was, Quantum, there's a.
I mean, I know.
Yeah,
I know it's the Among Us song,
but it's an API that plays a random death sound when a character dies.
Really
A
the
lot of
best. What really
Okay,
gets
that-
me is when
pretty
somebody
funny.
goes to 0 HP on a different layer. It's a sound, and it's like, what happened? Hear music.
Because you have like
Somebody died.
Yeah.
not just that, if you have the same token on several layers, like and do it on one, all of them play it. So I think at some point my wizard got down, and it was just like 9 different sounds at one time. It got fucking ridiculous. Yeah.
Like, cacophony
That's great.
of fucking
Just
horrifying
fucking
sounds.
meme that sounds anyways.
All right.
All right.
Well, is that the end of
My
your
turn.
turn?
Yeah, it's the
Would you have
end
an
of the
offhand attack?
turn. No, I don't, because I only have one weapon right now.
Oh yeah, that would do it.
I mean, he is attacking.
But I can-
two-handed. Yeah.
Yep. I can get another weapon when we get into the city, and then I can dual wield them both like I'm wielding them with 2 hands.
True.
Thank
Steal
you.
Galashar's dagger.
Grip
All
tight.
right, Shala.
Yeah, that says they're spooky. One of them is dead. I'm gonna move up a little bit closer. Let's see. We'll do 20, sure. Right up there. 20 feet. And I will try to ignite this dog. The other one was able to dodge it, but surely this one won't.
Surely.
Of course not.
So genetic death.
Ah, yes.
These coyotes run around in the desert all day. They're dexterous. All right, new initiative. Oh no, now the dog rolls in that one.
Well, he
Now
goes
I get
last
to go
anyway,
first.
so.
Yeah.
Should just put him at minus 10,000.
Oh yeah, he's going
He goes
last
last.
anyway. Yeah, true. All right, Dale,
Excellent.
got quite a few dog bites on you.
I do have quite a few dog bites on me,
There's Shallow.
but I also have a big ass sword.
Mm-hmm.
17.
17 hits.
And he's prone still, right?
No, no,
I
no,
think he's prone.
no. He's not pro.
For 11 damage.
All right, you swing at the dog for 11 damage, but this dog seems a bit tougher than its mate.
Mm.
Oh, they were happily married. Or going through a divorce.
True.
We just.
Is that the end of your turn?
The divorce just went faster. Yeah, it's the end of my turn.
Well, now they don't have to divorce.
Giljar.
Yeah,
I'll
I'll
divorce those 2 heads from their body.
here, predicting it to escape, and chill touch for a nat 1. So I will be rolling a.
Give me a d20.
Oh no, you found the one banana peel on the entire road!
No!
No, you just
It's the
miss.
only banana peel in the country, and you.
Yeah, there's one banana in the country and it's always on a road somewhere.
That's the end of my turn.
All right, Shala.
Yes. I will. My sacred flames seem to be ineffective against these dogs. Shala's gonna move out into the flank, 30 feet.
Remember that moving next to an enemy is difficult terrain if it's a threatening enemy.
Oh,
So you could.
So you can't get there.
Where were you? Were you here?
Yeah.
That's
You can't make
35,
it.
yeah.
Yeah,
do
you
that.
can't
Can't make it.
Yeah, can't quite do it.
Darth Stark!
Sheesh. So I guess I get down here then.
Yep.
With no flanking?
No
flanking.
flank.
No flanking. Yeah.
I shouldn't have bless on that, but that's a miss.
It is a miss indeed.
The
Gazan.
action slide in, and I say bad dog. And then I use 15 feet movement speed to get up.
Very well. The dogs really just
They just
they barely
Doesn't
care.
matter.
maybe they are actually bad dogs, and they like, yeah,
I am a bad dog.
yeah.
Tell me more.
Yeah, that's what they're. Do it again.
All right. The dog, feeling a bit surrounded, tries to rub its two brain cells together. Fails miserably, and just bites at Dale because that's the only thing it knows how to do. 14.
Nope.
Other head. Natural 1.
Oh no.
If only those were reversed. Alright. The dog misses you. New initiative.
Excellent.
I'm not the fastest. This is not how it's supposed to work.
I lost? That's not in the script.
Alright, Gazan.
The dog do be kind of bad though.
Surely it'll work this time.
Yeah.
Oh, it does.
I don't
Hey,
know,
Steve.
start doing push-ups. It's taking a long time. The dog is clearly not very capable of doing anything.
I mean, we'll see about that.
Dale's alive, is he not?
Yeah, I am alive.
Galashar.
Johnny was a bigger threat, and I didn't even consider him an enemy.
Yeah. Well, this guy is surrounded. What's the worst that can happen? Flank stab.
Ooh.
Fuck's sake.
How
Oh,
are
no,
so
no.
many
Oh,
ones? Oh no!
The
Wait.
banana
Ooh.
peel
My
again.
And my turn go last, yeah.
Yes.
The time wizard, last time.
And the dog will not roll absolutely poorly this time.
I don't know.
Yeah, it does.
The dog
Looks like it
continues
does.
biting Dale, even though Dale seems to take no damage. 14
Ah.
misses. 23 hits. Finally, he
Damn
gets
it.
a hit on you.
Parry.
Dealing one
He
damage.
deals
One damage.
literally 1 damage. You don't even have to parry it.
You don't even have to parry it. But I did say parry before he rolled.
The dog is happy and wiggles its tail because it got a hit on you. It thinks it's doing
I
a
feel
good
real
job.
bad.
Excellent.
Alright, Dale.
Well, to congratulate it for getting a hit on me, I'm going to attack it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. Can I get advantage on that one, man? Like, fuck.
Give me
All
a
right.
D20.
Do you get to roll 2d20s if you roll
Disadvantage on your death saving
Disadvantage
throw?
on your death save as well?
Oh man, oh wait, no, I actually. So on rolls like that, I like to roll my physical dice with it, so I can see that in the other universe it rolled better. I actually rolled 19, so that was pretty.
Very good.
Wow. What are the
From the
odds?
parallel universe.
Yeah. So nothing happens then.
No, nothing happens. It's only on a 5 or lower that something happens on the D20.
Okay. Okay.
Alright. Shala.
Sha-la-la.
Surely we will hit. Do some damage this combat. 13 with flanking.
Well, you're not flanking,
go.
so. Or is he?
Yeah,
He's flanked.
It is
right?
flanked.
Yep, 13
13
hits.
hit?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah, 12 must miss, so 13.
Bonk.
Max damage.
Oh my god. 6 damage. You bonked the side of the dog.
It's huge.
New initiative.
Was it this round or next round you go last? This round, right?
This round, yeah.
Ah,
Yeah. The minus
I'm
20
not-
legendary initiative.
Minus 200.
Alright. Gazan.
I go up and I push the dog,
You pushed the dog.
attempting to knock it prone.
Alright.
You might fail.
He might. He
He
doesn't.
did it.
he doesn't.
I go up, I push the dog doesn't move. I say, I'm out of ideas, guys.
Alright.
Oh, are you now?
The
Yeah.
dog takes its turn. This time, it takes 4 brain cells, 2 in each head, and tries to rub its heads together.
Shit.
No, it doesn't understand what's going on. It bites at Dale. For a miss.
No.
And a hit.
All right. Yeah. No, I already used my parry. I haven't gone yet. So take 3 damage.
3 damage. Slowly but surely.
I'm really glad.
Dale's just filled with like bite marks everywhere.
Yeah, he's just got like tiny level fang
Yeah.
marks, like
Every
playful
time.
bites.
You fucking piece of shit dog!
It's like,
Ah!
it's just completely like
feedback
disproportionate rage
cycle.
towards like the small bite marks he has.
Yeah. All right. Dell.
Still, still not
Point
very close.
counterpoint.
That's a hit.
Yeah, so give me that 22.
How many rounds do we have left on blast? Like 4?
I think a few. Yeah.
12 damage.
12 damage. Very good. Very good.
Is it enough?
Dog's not looking that good.
That's the way I like it.
All right. Shaw.
One-handed, I wind up the quarterstaff for another whap
Mm-hmm.
right on the dog.
Yep. That's a hit.
Team, let's go. Max damage
Yeah.
again.
For another 6 damage. The dog's looking very bad right now.
It's
Galashar.
huge.
Stabby stab.
Don't worry,
Oh,
guys.
that's it.
I've got this.
And you will bring
6
down
damage.
the dog.
See, they're great. They're not immersion breaking.
All right.
Oh,
The Desert Coyotes are defeated.
Excellent.
There, you okay?
No, I'm not. These piece of shit dogs bit me. I'll like kick each one.
What's a bit mean?
I think
You see
the
what-
last time I took a hit on that last one, I just like went right between the heads.
I'll
Shit.
kneel down
God.
here once things have settled to inspect. These aren't any type of like natural animals here that I'm familiar with, right? These
They're
are
not-
certainly like monstrosities, like unnatural.
They're not natural beasts. No, they are monsters. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But they are naturally occurring around the area.
They are naturally occurring. Yeah, you've heard of these creatures, definitely. Desert coyotes come in many forms. Some of them have 2 heads.
I'll just say that it's a shame these monsters fall not under my control or in the realm of Nadinus, it would seem.
Well, all the more reason to kill them, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Something
Whatever
like
helps you
that.
sleep at night, and then I put it on my shoulder and just toss it on that side of the road over here somewhere, so they're not in the middle of the road.
Yeah.
All right, you can toss the filthy, smelly corpses of the doggos to the side of the road. Clean your hands, brush off your shoulders, continue
Job
on
well done.
towards the capital, I presume.
Yep.
All
Fuck
right.
out of the desert.
As you guys continue down the road towards the capital, Dale, you start developing a bit of a cough. You're not feeling too well. You start checking those bite marks, and they're kind of like infected.
Well, it's a good thing I have a solution for this. It may not be a mechanical solution.
Does it
Probably
include
going to say,
alcohol?
yeah, but yes, I'm going to literally pour alcohol on them.
All right.
Just like, well, hey guys, this fucking hurts. I'm not supposed
It
to be
doesn't
bleeding
look
that
great.
color.
You did.
Yeah, so I'm going to do
You did a
alcohol
lot.
about it. And then
Sure.
I'll take a big swig.
Don't think that's
And
where
then
that
I'll
goes.
just, like-
but that's
Yeah.
where. There we go.
Big swig,
Yeah, make sure.
Pour a little on there, wipe it off.
Now you're doing it correct.
another swig, pour a little more on some of the other
I feel like
ones.
you kind of, he's doing it out of spite at this
Yeah.
point. I'm
Mhm.
sure someone in the what was his name, IKEA, could probably fix that.
Take a little bit of water, like actually clean the shit off. So, there's like less shit on there and I'm not wasting alcohol cleaning shit. Or
Mhm.
cleaning physical gunk when I could be cleaning bacterial gunk, even though I don't know what that is. Just like, I'll clear the way so the alcohol seeps deeper.
Yeah.
And then do that. Oh, hurts so good. Nothing like the good cleaning properties of moonshine.
True. All right.
Then-
Well, now that you've put a metaphorical band-aid on the issue, you guys can continue on until you see the looming towers and high walls of the capital city in
See, it just looks
The
like a
distance.
fancy cage.
I will
Well
give you
done.
guys,
That's a cage.
most of you have probably seen this, but here is a visual representation of what the city looks like, but it has these high stone walls also on the perimeter, so it's not just easily walkable into, but this is like a general reference picture about how the city looks. Built out of the same materials, maybe roughly same size, maybe a bit bigger. It's also got like these high walls and these large gates on the perimeter as well. You guys approach, and surprise, surprise, it is wartime. Everyone is checked at the gate. There is quite the line, even at this southeastern gate. But you guys can get into line, wait for your turn, and eventually get all the way up to the officer / soldier at the gate. He looks you up and down and says, names, purpose here?
I guess
I look
I'd
and stop
probably
playing my
lead-
instrument as no one speaks up. I'm Gassan. That's Dale. That's Galashar. That's Shala. We
Where do you
used to
come
work
from?
for Quara, little village east, you know. Do you know about the pit that's been formed over there?
The what now?
Alright, never mind then. Yeah, we come from Quara. We worked under Pablo. I was our provision officer.
I see. Working for the government. Very well.
Yeah.
Proud of that.
He looks you up and down, all of you, and says, very well. Just leave your weapons here at the gate and you may pass.
Alright, and then I walk in. As I have no weapons to turn in.
Alright.
I assume arcane focus foci are still weapons, right? Or not?
I mean, no, not really.
Okay, so I just keep my dagger and keep my
Yeah.
focus.
I think they think anyone who owns one is smart enough to know that if they use it, they get executed, so they don't confiscate those. Generally.
Yeah.
Also, yours has like you have a conclave focus, right?
Yeah, should be fine, yeah. True.
What about Dale and Shala? You guys give up your weapons?
I'll offer my quarterstaff and say, "You want my quarterstaff?"
All my walking posts.
I mean, they can see I'm in my Nadidas stuff. I'm kind of. It's interesting. Do they press me for my weapon, or are they just kind of like, oh no, you're a cleric, and I'm not gonna fuck with you?
That's fine, ma'am. You can keep your walking stick.
I'll give them a nod.
Like, stare at them for a few seconds while they're, I guess, not collecting things from everyone else. Like, can't trust a man to be able to defend himself. Grumbling about having to hand over my weapon.
Right to bear arms.
Exactly.
Yeah. Lastly, he comes to you, Dale. What about you, sir?
And fucking, I'm not gonna cause any problems. Won't even let me defend my property. I was grumbling the whole time, but I handed it over.
All right. He takes the weapon. Not really hearing what you grumble about, but maybe that's the point.
Surely it was in Gnomish.
Yeah.
It could have been. Definitely parts of it were.
All right.
Probably a few choice select. Fucking government dogs.
Yeah. The soldier gives each of you a token, which you can use to get your weapons back later on once you leave. But you guys can...
I've been collecting these for years now. They keep giving me one every time, and I never have to give it back.
Well, they probably don't give you one then.
Yeah.
The government doesn't want you to know this, but the tokens at the gate are free.
Infinite weapon token glitch.
Yeah.
You can redeem it for any random weapon at gates.
Alright, so you guys enter the city, and Givash is a very large city. Obviously, it's the capital of the entire country. Has a population of roughly 100,000 people. And it's made up of multiple of these kind of like districts. The central district, which is located in the center of this kind of circular town, is the Astaire district. And it's made up of entirely a massive kind of elevated terrace, which holds like a massive like ziggurat at the top. So it's visible from everywhere in the city. Every time you look up, oh, over there. Yeah, you can just see it everywhere. It's like so high up. The ziggurat is like very big as well. So even on this like elevated terrace, this ziggurat extends like high up into the sky. The rest of the city isn't as high up. The other kind of like central structure or central area to the city is the Ayana district, which is located right next to the terrace of the Astaire district. And the Ayana district is kind of like a circular marketplace area where most of the trade happens, and also all of the government buildings are located there in kind of this like other circular district located at like the center of the city. And then on the outskirts of the Ayana district, there's more higher class / upper middle class houses in addition to all of these government buildings. And then everything that's left outside these two big districts in the middle is kind of just like the commoner district. It's located on the outskirts around the center of the city, but still within these stone walls. And this is where the majority of the population resides. And this is also the area that you guys have come to. This is where you enter into the city, obviously, and you are looking for a cleric here, at least. But you also do have some other business here, I presume, if you do want to, you know, for example, tell someone, buy something, or, you know, tell someone about, you know, recent gossip about what's happened.
I'll progress the main quest when I want to progress the main quest, alright?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go pick up every single side quest until my quest log is full.
Alright.
Didn't see my sister on the road on the way here, right?
You did not know.
Yeah. I would probably know the inn she's staying in Givash. That would probably be something
Yeah.
she would tell me. It.
You would know that, but I think we can probably end here before we continue on, pick up next week, and we can do whatever this stuff is you guys do at the city then.
Good.
I'm getting the sense that we may end up just splitting the party and rendezvousing later from this point.
Maybe there's a lot of things to do here anyways for, I think,
Yeah.
separate people.
Shala's gonna be beelining it to the church.
Mm-hmm.
Like a Death Dog encounter gave me fucking horse bandit vibes. This took so fucking long.
Those things just...
It's not my fault you guys don't want to do any damage.
No.
Yep.
I was doing damage, thank you very much.
You were. The rest of them weren't at all.
I was doing damage too. I have you know my dagger does more damage than my cantrips right now, so I had to go in melee.
Alright, you guys can take 225 for this session.
I'll have you know, I took full advantage of my massive, diverse, and strong damage repertoire as an Aether cleric.
I used literally everything at my disposal, alright?
Yes,
I even tried
backlog.
shoving.
You did.
Did you have any bardic inspirations?
Mm-mm. Nope.
No, we
How
have
did you,
no,
how did
nothing.
you not have a single
I didn't
one?
short rest.
Oh yeah, you didn't get the short rest. That's true.
Didn't get spell slots, so no.
Got
no.
fuck all.
Yeah, I mean that's what it is sometimes.
I was actually
Oh,
shocked when I
God.
look at my damage and it's 4.5 damage, but can't even.
So I guess
4.5
also
dagger.
one thing is, how long do we want to spend in capital?
What do you ask?
I don't know. Like, do you guys want to try and long rest here?
Probably.
So-
I,
Considering that, like, if we
What's your
went back,
exhaustion looking like?
I just have one, but I emptied out all my hit
Yeah,
dice.
you should consider the fact that you are leaving your village for a week
Yeah.
to fend
I
off.
don't think we
or,
stay.
Yeah,
yeah,
if you do.
that's.
long rest here.
I just
By the
wanted
way-
to pose the.
Yeah. Tyler, you get one hit dice back. Hit die back
Yeah.
on a short rest if you don't use it, so you get one back for that.
I think if we rest tonight, I'll have one back.
Yeah,
rest
we
then.
won't do that yet. We'll do that next time.
Yeah.
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 It'll be a couple days at least.
So at least get a short rest tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we can walk back. It's too far.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to do a lot of things here. So 1-2 days here, and then
Because,
we'll see how bad Dale feels in a few days.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, we gotta fix him up. We go to Father IKEA. Father IKEA.
Yeah, Father IKEA.
He's gonna sell
I
you
think-
furniture.
Yeah, he's like,
Don't
hello,
forget his
yes.
famous meatballs.
Oh yes, you can get lesser restoration, but first you have to buy my share, Marcus, and also my bedside
Also,
table,
by the-
Björk.
Buy that Bemböle table here.
Björle table, yes, and if you buy both, you can get some free meatballs imported straight from the
Some
north.
no.
köttbullar och
Some
potatismos.
köttbullar, potatismos och
This
lingonsylt.
just reminds me of the fucking Nanowar of Steel song. I don't know if you've heard that. Thunder, you haven't heard the fucking Valhalla